Monday morning in beautiful Kamloops, the 9th time the Scotties Tournament of Hearts hosted in the beautiful province of British Columbia. Welcome back to downtown Kamloops on this Monday morning. The Sandman Center opened up in 1992. It's hosted the men's and women's Worlds, the Brier, and now the Scotties for the very first time. And there's our feature, Nova Scotia, BC, on this Monday morning. Come on inside the building. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudrick, Kathy Gauthier. So, Kathy, day 4, everyone's settled in thus far to this competition. What's caught your eye to this point?
Draw weight is very tricky. We've seen teams have to really dial in and pay attention to the paths.
3-time Scotties champion Rachel Homan in action last night, trying to capture her 4th, trying to have a rebound game, and she came to play versus Northern Ontario last night.
Well, and this was the 8th, and this game has been a seesaw battle back and forth. Rachel makes the decision to play a really tough run back, coming off her own, trying to drive it straight back. It rolls a little bit too far for 3, but that was 2 and the lead.
Got the lead back and never looked back, handing Krista McCarville, Northern Ontario, their first loss this year. McCarville and company, of course, the finalists from last year in Thunder Bay. So there's the final, 7-5 the score there. Andrea Kelly, bounce back game, 14-3 over Team Yukon. Walter, her first win, and handing Carrie Galusha her first loss, 8-6 on sheet A. And Manitoba, Jennifer Jones, winning 7-4. Just one undefeated team right now as we check the standings. Surprise, surprise, Carrie Einarson, 3-0. In her previous 3 championships, started 3-0. So some good vibes going here for Carrie Einarson and her team. And Kathy, when you look at this field and talk about the skips coming in, obviously you talk about Jones, Einarson, Rachel Homan. But Christina Black is making a name for herself. What a job thus far.
Well, she really has. She played underneath Marianne Arsenault for a number of years. What a great person to learn from. But she is really comfortable. And what is key is Jen Baxter, her 3rd, has made a ton of shots and really set up Christina to do well.
Christina winning a bronze medal in Penticton with Marianne back in 2018. So some good vibes in this province as well. In the meantime, for Clancy Grandy in the home province of BC, her first time here as a skip. Good start, 2-1, but what have you noticed about her games?
Leaves too many rocks in play. In the BC Provincial Championship, she gave up a 5. She gave up a 6. She talked about coaching Jaap van Dork from the Netherlands and wanting to figure out the right time to bail. Needs it to be a little bit earlier.
So it's East versus West, BC, Nova Scotia. First rock next from Kamloops.
To think that there's 9 teams in each pool and only 3 make it to the next round. Both pools are going to be really competitive, and we're ready. We know that we belong and that we can win any game we go out there and play.
Every single team is going to be a real challenge, and they're all here for a reason, and we don't take that lightly. So we know that every single game this week is super important, and I feel very lucky actually to be involved in this field because it's so strong.
The 2023 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Ready to roll on this Monday morning. All 4 sheets in play. Our feature on sheet A. You have Alberta Nunavut on sheet C. Andrea Kelly, Krista McCarville. Good battle there over on sheet B. And it is Newfoundland Labrador and the Northwest Territories. Carrie Galusha trying to bounce back and get her 3rd win. So updates all morning long right here from the Scotties in Kamloops. In the meantime, it's time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And we begin with Team Nova Scotia out of the Dartmouth Curling Club. Christina Black, Jennifer Baxter, Carly Everest, and at lead, Shelley Barker. Team British Columbia, the host province out of the Vancouver Curling Club. Skip Clancy Grandy at 3rd, Kayla McMillan. You have Lindsay Dubé and Sarah Loken at lead. Always exciting to be the host province and competing. As Nova Scotia, the Redstones, BC, the Yellowstones. And winning the draw to the button was indeed Nova Scotia and Christine Black, who has been sensational thus far. So the lead for Team British Columbia is Sarah Loken. And Kathy, when you look at these two sides, both good starts, both don't want to drop to loss number 2. What stands out to you when you look at this matchup this morning?
Well, the first thing that is obvious is that for the very first time, BC is having to throw first. Up until now, they have gone 3 for 3 in the draws to the button for last rock advantage in the first. But Christina Black has made her statement and has taken that away.
Yep. Great. That's good shot. Good.
Every different ice surface has its own particularities, but in this building this week so far, we have seen that you have to really, really pay attention to the paths, and if it sits for even a couple of stones, it's going to be dramatically different than a spot a couple of inches over that has just had a rock go up and down it.
8-9. We're real deep. 9. We're through, actually.
It'll probably slow down because it's sat.
I know, I'm hoping.
No,
It doesn't have much of a chance, though.
No.
Still too hot.
12-5.
Strong. Good.
It's just where it sits for the break. It
I
gets
know.
slow.
Sorry. Just fast. Just strong.
Well, 12-5 is quite heavy. You'd be throwing 11 for a hack weight shot later in the game. So that tells you that as you get to that center path where there has not been a lot of activity in the pre-game throws, it's dramatically heavier.
Good. Clean. Coming down. Clean.
Sarah Loken making her Scotties
10, I think.
debut, winning
Yeah,
that
10.
silver medal at the Canadian
Little
Juniors
heavy,
at
yeah.
lead with Sarah Daniels
Hard.
back in 2019. Remember covering that championship with you, Kathy? Great to see these young juniors compete and get the reps in, get the confidence, and then
14-5.
compete on the big stage here at the Scotties years later.
I like it. We're really close. Line's good. 6. I think we're still hot. 7. No, we're still an 8.
Yeah.
Really running. Yeah, because we're still hot. 7.
It's got a curl of time.
We're back to it.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
7
not
on zone.
to it. Like
Yeah.
8 is way over there.
She threw less.
Carly, go.
Not
Yep.
a whole lot less.
Hard.
Go.
Well, and the reason that it didn't
Okay.
start to finish earlier
judge.
was just strictly the
More.
weight. As it comes off, it makes the finish.
Oh, do you have 10? All of it? Not quite. Okay. Edge on edge. What weight do you like here? Okay. 11. Okay. Should come down still a little bit, so I'll make sure I'm good. 11. Yeah. Just 11 easy.
Second stones for BC.
11.5.
Lindsay Dubé, who
Yeah.
calls Ottawa home.
Off. Easy. Clean. Sarah. Sarah, hard. Hard, Sarah, go. Good call on the weight, 11.5.
From watching both these teams early, Kathy, the styles of each, aggressive, passive,
That
just
come
sort
through
of
close to
relax, get your feet wet for a few ends.
Well, this young woman, Clancy Grandy, likes a lot of rocks in play, loves, in fact. And sometimes that's to her detriment, not getting out of trouble a little bit early. I feel that for Christina has a very balanced approach. She's not afraid of rocks, but she will start to bail early and will remove stones if she feels that they're starting to build up. So you're going to see aggressive versus a balanced approach. And if you've got draw weight for the Team BC, then that is absolutely on your side.
Just a little too positive there. Nice weight.
Well, the biggest task for Clancy this morning is to win the battle at third. There is a huge difference. It is a +3 for Jen Baxter and an even for Kayla McMillan. So a strong performance will help Clancy. And we've talked about it already, how much she loves rocks. When you get into a mess, get out of it and get out of it quicker. Maybe your third's first and still waiting for the second.
Hold the line.
Top 8.
Yep.
Top 4. Weight's close.
Yep, line. Hard line.
Line's
Top
good.
12.
Just top
Line's
12.
good.
Yeah. Drag it, guys.
Hard, fully. Hard, fully. Yep. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Go. Good sweep.
And we talked about it in the opening, the strong performance for Jen Baxter so far, so lean on her. She's going to create the opportunities to make some points on the board. And leading the way, well, there's the pressure on the lead from Nova Scotia. It is the one position that it is BC that is definitely taking the lead. So if you can balance that, then you're pretty much even before you get to the thirds, and then you have the edge.
Keys to the game brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere.
Good. Just a little tippy.
Okay. Ooh, frosty in there.
Okay.
A little tighter than mine.
You heard the comment about frost. We are on the outside of the arena on an end sheet, and so the side closest to the crowd often almost feels sticky as you look at it. It's a little bit, it's not frost, it's just that it's not worn down, and that's where you get a little bit of heat coming off the crowd, and you can almost feel like you come to a stop, that you're hitting pavement with your foot, and of course you're not.
Okay, top 12.
Which makes the chief ice technician, Mike Merklinger, one of the most important people in these parts this week to ensure that the ice surface is top-notch for all these competitors, not only early on, but Mike, like the curlers, also getting acclimatized to the sheet of ice, the weather outside, and you got to be a bit of a magician to make sure you keep the surface in tip-top form.
Okay, you might catch that one.
And the building is terrific, but it does not come with dehumidification. And there was rain yesterday, it's damp today. And those are things that Mike has to deal with what he's got to use. And we saw him, he did the ice at the Canadian Juniors in Victoria and in Langley. And he had some bumps along the way, but he just worked so hard to make sure that the conditions are consistent and good for the curlers.
Hard, keep it there, go.
1-2.
Okay,
Just missing that one back eight.
Late sweep call. Yeah.
And one of your keys to this game, third stones for Nova Scotia and Jennifer Baxter.
10.
Well, really got caught in between, a little bit thicker, and one goes a little bit thinner, the other goes, but instead leaves her shooter there, but leaves two others. And so for Clancy, has a couple of choices. She could try to duck around maybe a quarter of that stone, but good to see that she's playing relatively simple in this first end. We'll try to hit to lie 3 and put a lot of pressure on Nova Scotia.
Scotties debut for Kayla McMillan, and you saw her 2 gold medals at the CCAA Curling Canada Collegiate Curling Championship for the Douglas Royals as a skip.
Came down to
And
like a 9-9.
that school in Westminster, British Columbia.
I think, yeah, it came down
Got to play
9-9, but
in that system as well years ago with the Nate Ooks out of Alberta. Always great to see all sorts of feeder systems, whether it's U-Sport, the college route, getting those reps in, getting that experience.
Clean. 9-8. Clean. Whoa.
Well, that's not a particularly high hammer efficiency. You're really looking to get 55, even 60 to really show that you are dominant in that area. And that really is just about making sure that you score 2 or more every time you have last rock advantage.
yeah. Rotate.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's like a rock flop. Yeah. But based on how we've seen everything else run, I don't think it'll do anything crazy.
10.
Okay.
Well, so you saw 40%. The leading team in the field this week at 64% is Robin Silvernagel. That is a very, very good number.
I feel like a 10. Just 10, yeah.
And one of the few games we've called this week so far where the skip is the skip and the third is the third, throwing third stones. None of those different rotations.
I think this probably, Muds, is the field that we've seen the most of that, where players are either calling but not throwing last, or in the house if they're a second. It's all about juggling the lineup to see what works best.
Little hit and roll for Clancy Grandy. Northwest Territories on the ice this morning. Carrie Galusha the skip, but throws the lead stone. So whatever works for you and your team and that dynamic to get the W at the end of the game.
You like that?
Yeah, I love it. Straight through. You got it.
Now, it might be slightly fresher in this path.
Okay.
Just roll over your way, Jen.
Okay.
Behind that top 12 one. I think 9.5 just because it might be a
9.5?
little fresh, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's running pretty
right
straight though.
Yeah. I think we can
Christina
get
Black
shots.
said she dreamed about playing in the Scotties when she was 8 years old. And after making it to the show, believes she can win it all. And I'll tell you what, she's playing like that early on at this year's Scotties as we start our update, Sheet B. And both these teams last year, Kathy, making the podium in Thunder Bay.
Well, and one of the most important things coming off a loss is to start strong the next day. And Krista McCarville, coming off that tough loss to Rachel Holman, is now facing two, needs to get to the forefoot in this opening end.
McCarville taking on Rachel Holman last night as Holman was victorious in the Battle of Ontario. Big scrub to try get this in for shot Stone. Needs to touch the hearts. Little extra curl at the end. Oh, what a shot. Great draw weight early. Krista McCarville for the single.
That is a response.
That was light, very light.
Well, that's why you have great brushing.
Very light.
She rolls in. I'm going to have a draw, but it should be a decent path. Shoot.
You can already hear Christina Black talking about options, whether it's a hit for the
Better,
single or
still
draw
a
for the
little
single,
big.
but she will be forced
Still a bit big.
here in this first end.
There.
If, of course, Clancy Grandy makes this go away.
Hard for nose.
Hard,
nose.
hard, hard, hard.
Okay.
And she will, and the force is on here in one. There you go. Draw to the hearts.
It's just too hot over there. That's good. Yeah, good throw.
Well, hitting either of those front stones doesn't get you any help.
My first one was as
Let's go, Tina.
Alrighty. All right.
Yeah.
Should be good speed right here.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
we're looking for a 15.
Okay.
15 is the hog to hog, and that is
So similar
what I
to
would
draw
say
the button.
usual
Yeah.
conditions on this ice. 15 is very typical, and she's in the same path they would have been throwing in draws to the button, so it shouldn't be anything new. Should run very true.
Christina Black winning 2 U Sports silver medals for St. Mary's University.
That feel.
Mine's okay. Hair tight.
74% in her draws this neat and needs a big one here. Final stone in one, drawing against 3.
Mine's good. Mine's great. Go backing. You have backing. You don't. Yeah. You're over. If you have backing, you gotta go if you need backing.
15:06, it should be
We're not
fine.
getting forward. You need forefoot, guys. You pull forward. Yep.
Great
Yep.
communication and great draw weight
Great shot.
as Christina Black,
One red.
top 4, 1 red as we are officially underway here at Kamloops. It is 1-0 Nova Scotia in our feature.
2.5.
So glad you're making us a part of your Monday morning here on TSN as the Scotties continues day 4 in our feature Nova Scotia and British Columbia. And a nice draw early from Christina Black to get the single. And Kathy, one of your keys off the top of our broadcast this morning was draw weight, just something that you had noticed that the competitors have to keep an eye on, continue to chart as this championship gears up towards the final weekend.
Well, I think that because in the afternoon and the evening I'm watching the other 3 sheets that we're not featuring, I see a lot of shots, and it has been the draw weight across the board that has challenged, perplexed, has given up points. And so that is something that you cannot just sit in the hack and throw. You have to really, really think, particularly in the second half. It is so path sensitive.
Go, yeah. Yep.
Easy.
Whoa, whoa. We're down. Just through.
Yep.
Just bumping into back 12. Whoa. We're going under. Yep. Okay. I got 12-6, but it wasn't super accelerated.
And there's some scores to update you on, and the one that certainly jumps out. Good start for Team Alberta, and Kayla Skurlick out of the Garrison Curling Club in Calgary, a 3 in the first.
Yeah. So let's make sure.
Nice release.
So we'll keep you updated all morning long.
No.
And that Alberta team is an example of someone, if you look at the standings, you think, oh gosh, maybe they're not playing well. They were in a position to win both of the games that they played. They just let the opponent off the hook in the last couple of ends
Easy.
and walked off the ice wondering what happened.
We're light. Close, yep.
Go. Okay. Yep. Hard. Right out. Okay. Good.
Nice shot.
Just enough weight to remove that yellow stone.
Should be that much better now.
Do you like 12-5? Sure. 12-5.
For those not familiar, those numbers, Kathy, 12-5. So that's the seconds between the hog lines and just different types of weight you can play to remove stones.
And you'll hear a lot of 10s out there. That's sort of an average hit weight for a lot of the women's teams that we're watching this week. So 12-5 is sort of a board weight. You're trying to throw quiet to get that movement over,
Weight's good.
but quiet enough that you're hoping to also stick around on your shooter.
And that one, I think the weight was close, just the ice maybe caught them there, Kathy, or just
maybe
outside.
a set.
Yeah.
Throw, yes. To sweep, we have to just get on it.
You heard Joanne Courtney in her coverage last night talk about, I think Rachel Holman threw a 6 or just over a 6 with, she's got that unique skill set to really throw it.
Well, she can throw it really hard and she can throw it really accurate because the two have to go together. It's not of much value of you throwing a 6 on the other side of the sheet.
Okay, go then. Line's really good. Early. Hard, Jen.
3, 4. We're light.
Just a guard. Gotta go. Get it past ours. A little bounce. A little bounce.
We're not there.
Baxter and Barker cannot save that one. So a couple guards now up front belonging to Nova Scotia.
They're slightly down.
And there you go, the stagger right away. BC will go around with Hammer here in 2.
Throwing them light, do you think?
So.
It's going to be a bit fresh out here.
Okay, so up to speed here.
Yeah, I think
Well, the challenge with those two that are locked now is that if British Columbia is able to get behind, it really sets themselves up well because nothing will be able to be run back.
Line's good.
Kathy, BC's won 9 Canadian Women's Curling Championships. You'll remember the name Kelly Scott, winning in 2006 and then again in 2007. And remember, it was my first Scotties in Victoria. Marla Mallet made the final, British Columbia versus Jennifer Jones in 2009 as Jennifer Jones captured that championship.
That's a good spot there. Sarah, 14.5.
Well, that would have been Julie Sutton back in the day.
Okay, I have a thin half. Okay.
Also from BC.
Do that 12.
You like 12?
Yeah. Will it get through? Yeah.
Yeah, I like 11-5.
And Marianne Arsenault, who had such a great impact on young Christina Black. I understand Marianne might be in the house on Tuesday to watch this team.
Has moved from Nova Scotia, lives near here, and makes her home in beautiful BC now.
Easy. 12.
As they were a great duo, 2018 Penticton 10-3 record that year, winning the bronze medal, as Black was the third for Arsenault. And again, here comes those red guards, and again, a little clip, and the opportunity growing here for BC in 2.
And what's happening is just in that center path by the middle, it is still such fresh pebble that it just makes it move sideways.
We lost it. Okay. So you just
Cannot afford to woe because once it starts to go, there's no pulling it back. That little lift halfway down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just
Almost top 4.
that same kick with just the 3 release.
Kayla, it's that or you just do this for now.
I don't mind that.
Okay, 10.
Okay, 10. This looks a
This
little
should
frosty
curl up,
here.
Yeah.
Great at her.
Just 10. I think we can hold it. A little big.
Weight's close.
Keep it broom down.
Weight's close. 10.
Kayla McMillan from Belleville, Ontario, makes her home now in New Westminster, British Columbia.
Hard.
Trying to hold that shooter. And just trading opportunities here in 2.
Throw, yeah. It was big, 9.5. But
I thought this right at her.
Well, they'll try that again, having just ticked that guard over a little bit. This is the same pass she's thrown in. They know what it will do.
hair stronger.
From down.
Clean.
Clean. Probably an 11.
Clean.
No. Whoa.
6th Scotties appearance for Baxter. Was on that team that won bronze in 2018.
Shelly, girl.
Her 2nd Scotties with Black skipping. Trying to carve that over, knock it out sideways, and not quite enough juice.
lot
She's
more
not telling
weight.
me anything, so.
I was like screaming.
Yeah, no, she's not telling me anything. She's just like, keep your broom down.
Ay, ay, ay.
14.5, so I think it's pretty close to speed now.
Well, you can hear the frustration.
Yeah. Let's make this good. Yeah, top 4, top 8.
And I think for Jen, she could see more of it and just thought, oh, I can throw it a little bit harder, but she had been iced to throw the same weight, and that's why she didn't make the connection with enough to remove it from play.
Not similar to yours. Top 4. Got some room. Top 4 right now, just the line.
Hold
I
on.
think
My
my
hair
room.
tighter. I think
Nope.
hair heavy.
Hair heavy right now.
T back 4. Okay, we gotta go here then.
As much space as possible, guys.
Okay. 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 Missed it. Sorry.
Freeze, hey?
Yeah. You could try to take it if you wanted to.
No, it's
I got
a
a
freeze or
14
just a
on
straight
that
draw.
one.
Sorry, I missed the log
okay.
on you.
I like my first throw.
Oh, she's trying to tap it.
Board?
Yeah.
Well, you've got two options on this. One of them is that you ignore that stone because it's deep in the house and you play the draw around those 2 lock guards. If you get behind there and are shot,
You like
there's
board?
no way for BC to run any of those red ones back and pick it out.
So I felt like I was
I
wide
think
on
the
both of mine.
nervousness
Like,
is
watching your
that for Christina, she's not seen a lot of draws in this path, not really confident on draw weight, knows that it will finish from the 2 stones that Jen Baxter threw, so throwing that quiet weight to come down to it and tap it back.
I can barely see anything.
Yes, I kind of liked the freeze.
I like the freeze.
Okay, go back down. Go back down.
Oh,
I kind of like the straight draw. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, with the staggered guards,
Yeah,
how she
it
got rid
looks
of it,
like
right?
beautiful.
Yeah.
I think you could just draw
Okay,
here.
yeah.
And then if it's heavy, you come there, but I'm going to
Sure.
try and be there.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
And
We
if
know the path.
anything, over curl like to there. But
Speed should be a bit better now that we've thrown a few here, so.
yeah.
well, I'm a big fan of this call. I do think that if you play
Yeah, maybe right there.
Okay.
that backline weight to the yellow one, you're probably going to roll to the right. You may leave BC shot, and you're not making it any more difficult. They're going to wrap, and now your second one's really
Just draw
tough.
top 4 right around those stagger.
Make your opponent
I got
make a tough
14 on her
shot.
long time to back 8.
Yes.
So I think we're looking around like a 405, 410
Okay.
Okay.
Draw the button.
for the
So-
straight draw. Yeah.
And if you're up at all, we can always freeze.
Yeah.
Yep. Just make sure you're positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll finish.
Line's a bit tight.
Weight should be pretty close.
We're
coming back 8.
Room right
Back
now.
8. Can we go to the back one?
Running still, easy.
Need the backing?
Line's getting good. Curling. Yeah, it's not really curling.
Okay, we need the backing.
Swing to the back. You're gonna have to curl it straight. No.
Okay, we're
straight.
definitely no.
Straight. You should get the zone. Straight.
So they're in no man's land here,
Yep. Just need to stop. Okay, fine. That's
and they
good.
will play that
Good
little
call, guys.
tap.
Okay.
Obviously, the initial call was to be around top
That's
4
fine.
behind the staggered guards.
Yeah, it did exactly what I thought it would. I thought a 4 would be to the back one, and I got a 4.
Yeah. Couldn't be light, so.
That's fine. I think that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Let's make it good. Yeah. Full top 4. Okay.
Update time
Yeah.
now. Sheet D as Carrie Galusha trying to get win number 3. She is the skip, and Joanne Rizzo is the 4th stone thrower for this team from the Northwest Territories.
Well, that red guard that you see biting the center line was the final stone thrown by Stacey Curtis to block the path, but they believe that there is a hole between the red and the yellow as you look at that. The red on the center and the yellow trying to go through that hole and pick out the Newfoundland Labrador shot stone.
Final stone on the way. Joanne Rizzo, this team out of the Yellowknife Curling Club. Got to maneuver that port and does, and through, and what a shot. And the shooter
Sticks for
sticks
two.
around in time. 2 on the board. What a shot from Joanne Rizzo.
She has been unbelievable this week.
I never knew we could stick that.
I saw her earlier today, and she was just stretching and good ready, and she said that she took a little tumble on the ice last night as well.
Goosebumps.
And I said, well, whatever you're doing, it's working, because you've been playing some great curling. And another example there.
She is the best last rock thrower in the field by percentage right now.
Let's try and lie too.
Yeah.
Top 4 would be great, but
Yeah.
even if you're only
Yeah.
full 8 or just bite the 4.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same line because my line was good.
Yeah. 6 feet less.
Yeah.
Just a back and forth end. Both teams sort of opening the door for the other.
Third rock down
Yeah.
here now.
Where it looked like
Exactly.
BC was going to have a great chance to generate 2, maybe 3, and now a chance for Christina Black to get momentum right back and put the heat on the skip from the Vancouver Curling Club.
Well, that draw weight, the elusive draw weight has been the story.
5. Felt really good.
5, 6.
Bite the 4 foot, guys. It's running. Line
For
is
Christina has just thrown in this path.
Line's
They've had
perfect.
4
That's
rocks
great.
here in a
Go
row
now.
for Nova Scotia.
7.
Well then.
We're gonna slow down, but
Okay,
we're
line's
still.
great for full 4. Just top 4.
Oh,
It's not
on
these
this-
curls. It's not these curls.
Whoa.
We're there.
We're there.
Six.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
And you hear that little sigh of frustration just a little bit deep.
Shoot. I felt like I threw so much less.
You
It's
did.
just the
It
next
was.
rock, the next rock,
I
so
went
much
20,
faster.
so I knew not to
Yeah.
pound it early.
Yeah, the line was so good.
I love her energy
Great
on a Monday
judging.
morning,
Yes.
don't you, Kathy? You want to bottle that up?
Good throw.
That's
Yeah.
great.
This is the
But
same
there
ice,
is
but we
now
have to
the
pop it in here.
A little bit of room to come around and a little tap and secure the single here for Clancy Grandy.
That was probably like
T-line, I thought.
T back
Yeah,
button.
So that's very close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scotties debut skipping for
Back
Grandy.
four.
She was the alternate in 2021 for
Wait, back 4 right
the wild
now.
card
Stay
team.
close.
This team
Team
flurry
back
skipped by
four.
Chelsea
Whoa,
Carey. They had a
stay
6-6 record that year.
Yep. Just
Whoa.
the line.
Sarah.
Back 4.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, hard.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Just go.
Sarah.
Hard, Sarah.
By the guard. Got to move it just a touch and hang on for shot stone. And I think it just
think
dug
they
in enough,
do.
Kathy.
I do too.
And it is 1.
Well done.
Clancy Grandy. Nice draw weight, little tap, and a 1-1 tie in our feature here in Kamloops. Welcome back to Canada's tournament capital, Kamloops, BC, in a 1-1 tie between British Columbia and Nova Scotia.
It's nice.
And as Team Nova Scotia all-time, 4 Scotties wins. Colleen Jones with 3, Penny LaRocque as well. And remember, Colleen winning 3 times as Team Canada as well in that amazing run back in the early 2000s, 4 straight, something Carrie Ainerson's trying to accomplish this week.
Okay. Great weight. 15-9. Yeah.
11.
All right, right at her. Right at her. You got this. Hard. Hard, Carly. Keep it away from that center.
Hard.
Carly.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Steve.
That's
Whoa.
okay.
Whoa,
Keep your broom down. Girl.
Roll it over here, Jen. Great shot. Good one.
Shelley Barker,
10
nice
seconds.
little hit and roll,
Nice call, Carly.
playing in her 2nd straight Scotties.
Good. 10-7. In close.
Whoa. Close.
Whoa. Kayla.
10.
Girl.
Good.
Kayla. Hard.
Hard for any.
Hard. Any roll. It's a good throw.
You ever like this?
Yeah, I like that.
Sure. My first
got
one was a
this.
hit, but. Or you can just come this way.
And the reason that she's
Whatever you're
doing
seeing.
this is with last rock,
Hurt us.
feels that there's
Okay.
an opportunity to put a lot of pressure on
Good here
BC.
Yeah.
That
Can I
stone
give
out
you
in the
the same
12
I gave
foot
you
is
last time?
probably
You
not
want
going to be good enough to
Probably
score.
20. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons you ask your player, do you like this, is not only about the philosophy, but it really is saying to Carly, do you feel you have draw weight?
5. Line's pretty
Carly
wide.
Everest, born in Thunder Bay, lives in Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Jen's rock always.
Won a silver medal at the
Way out
2019
there.
Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Hard, Jen.
And there you hear a little bit outside in the weeds.
Same weight. Okay. That was 10.
That was nice. Yeah. We can hold it here.
Kathy, we talked about the great Colleen Jones and winning 4 in a row. Carrie Anderson trying to win 4 in a row. Just from your perspective,
Stay close.
incredible.
Yep.
Both accomplishments. You won 3 Scotties titles,
But not in a
not
row.
in a row. So
Whoa.
to that point,
Kayla.
just how the game has changed and
10.5.
how tough it was back then for Colleen and how
Whoa,
tough
whoa,
it is
no
now
roll, no roll,
for
no
Carrie
roll.
trying to do the same.
You know what? It's a very different style of game. You know, when you go back to the first time Colleen won, the ice conditions were nothing like this. This curl, Colleen would have salivated at the opportunity to even see it. It was very straight. And so now, not only is it more difficult because the ice curls, it means that your degree of difficulty of shots is much higher, but you can also make more. I think that the sweeping has become such a big story. There are men and women that are being picked up not for their shot making ability, but for their sweeping, because you can manage the stones. You can do so much for the thrower. Back in the day, your strength for your sweepers was just in the ability to put pressure either on the brush or when corn brooms for the first time that Colleen won. So just almost feels like a different game.
And I guess, and I've heard it talked about, the wild card format now, you're basically adding 3 teams in this
That are
era.
brilliant.
Yeah, that can.
And a little more on the center line
But
side.
both
Good.
accomplishments, unbelievable and worth talking about.
Well, and both signify dominance in the game that was played at the time against the best in the game.
It's close. Just top 4. Top 4. Okay.
Bit of room still.
Top 4, top 8.
Lindsay.
Top 8. Okay. Mine's getting better. Just top 8.
We've talked about this matchup at third. An opportunity here for Kayla to really put pressure on Jen Baxter.
Just even.
Whoa.
So McMillan, top 8, as BC lies 3 without hammer here in the third.
Well, so much talk coming in, Brian. I talked about the key matchup at third, and here's why. The ranking overall compares you against others in your position. 4th for Jennifer and tied for 11th with Kayla. Those are the game percentages. So even at her worst, she was 76. Jen Baxter, 68 was not a good outing for Kayla. And the +3, that means that Jen Baxter is beaten every third by 5% or more in the games that she's played. And Kayla is even, but right now it is a huge edge to Kayla McMillan. And so for Jen Baxter, we'll have to start to play much better because she's got an opponent who's outplaying her right now.
Just heavy.
Sorry.
Shoot. I thought that was pretty close.
Second
one, and it ran nice.
Yeah. My lessons came through a little heavy.
Yeah.
So just give it to you guys. You can hold it.
Yep.
Got a hair
Waist
more
close.
than you.
Hair up.
10.5.
10-5. Clean. Clean. 10-5. Whoa. Clean.
10.5.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. 11. Whoa. Lins. Lins.
10.5.
Good.
So good.
I got good weight.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
close?
I think so. Probably just a little solid like that.
I thought more than that.
Great.
I was 10-8 though, so I think I came down more than mine did.
This turn. Yep.
So good little
Like an
opportunity
8.
here for Jennifer
Like that.
Baxter. Try the double, get behind some
An 8.
cover.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
at
you
you, right on cue, Kathy. Proud of you. Look at that.
Look at you, I'm well coached. You play that inside double, your shooter can spin up a little bit, but would be buried, and that is the key on this shot.
Whoa. Whoa.
Right off.
Whoa.
Close. Right off.
Whoa. Whoa. Show me a little. Whoa.
Baxter, 1-2. All 3 moving.
Yeah.
And look at the action on that one Yellowstone as she'll shake things up.
Scared to lose it.
Just that little bit in between.
I was afraid to make shots.
So close and missing terribly.
Well, and she is so close. You catch that a 1/4 of an inch thicker, and it is a completely different story.
Shoot.
good top 4 bite top bottom thing straight through.
Okay. Yeah, speed's nice here.
Speed's good.
Get it there.
But a great chance for Clancy.
Top 4, top 8. Okay. Line's great.
Live look now,
Top
Sheet
4.
B, and a 1-1 tie between Northern Ontario and Team New Brunswick. Final stone, Krista McCarville.
Well, you know that is going to be a good match. Andrea Kelly showing us with the bronze medal that she can't play, but it is an opportunity with a nose hit for 2 for Krista McCarville in Northern Ontario.
Bang, perfect. 2 on the board.
2 red. Run, or do you play the freeze?
I like both. I think you could play run. You could play it so you could just tap it back as well, right?
I think I could draw and just move it. Like it will come in enough.
Yeah.
So just back 4.
Yes, exactly. I want to get shot after this, so play back.
Okay.
I should say pretty straight, eh?
Yeah. You have to get like
I think that's
sort of
max.
tight to the guard. Right there?
Getting my hair last, I think.
Well, I'm only throwing just enough.
Okay. Okay, you got it right at me.
Like a freeze is okay.
Yeah.
A very nice shot by Clancy. She probably would like that to be up about 8 inches so that it makes it really tough for Christina to get to it and tap
I'd
it back.
like to move them to get shot. Sorry. They're like top button.
Okay.
So I need like just back 4.
Back 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if I throw T-line and you guys can make up the difference.
Okay.
Taking minimum ice.
It's
but I think you
14-3
can
on
hold it.
hers.
I think so. Nothing's come close yet, so.
For 10?
Yep.
Christina Black, a 5-4 record last year in Thunder Bay. Trying to improve on that 1 year later here in Kamloops.
Okay,
Her
back
first
4.
here in 3 with Hammer.
Back 8. Close. Close. Back 4. Gotta catch the curl. Close.
Where's
Jen. Curl. Jen. Hard Jen. We're coming down. You gotta go, Jen. Hard Jen. Hard.
Let's go back 4. You can go. We gotta go. Yeah, you can go.
Stone making its move. They wanted to tap it and try be shot. Stone, little bump.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty good, but shot rock still belongs to BC.
Wait.
Like kind of half tuck a bit.
Yeah, ideally. Like I don't want to leave her the chase shot, but
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Just kind of touch.
Close.
14 on it.
Yeah, weight was perfect.
Yeah.
Just needed a little less ice still.
to stick for 2.
Okay.
So
Similar line to mine then, eh?
yeah.
Okay.
I think here to make sure that we.
Another update for you on Sheet D. Galusha and Curtis. Great to see Stacey Curtis back at the Scotties out of the Remax Center at the St. John's Curling Club.
Well, and they struggled to get here a day and a half late because of snowstorms, and then struggled in their first game, but that's not a surprise when you come and think about the time zones from Newfoundland, Labrador to BC, but has sort of settled in now. Now already lying 1, looking for a second point, needs full 8-foot bite of the 4.
Just by the yellow, actually grazed it a bit, but that's all right. It still, as you would say, scooches in there for 2. There you go, 3-2, Newfoundland, Labrador
No.
after 3.
Broom, just touch center. A little off center. Well,
No, you're gonna.
Oh,
I think you're over curling.
We're just there. Yeah.
So back to our feature here, Clancy Grandy, her final stone. Little guard up top. And Nova Scotia
I think so.
trying to generate at least 1 here. I don't see any play for 2, Kathy.
No, it's a really nice guard. If it's out a little bit, you can run it back. If it's a longer guard,
there?
she could get
Perfect.
back
Okay,
and
you got it.
touch.
Same weight, Tina.
So avoid the yellow
I
guard,
think we can
Kathy.
just
And
tap ours up for 1.
there you go, little tap.
Yeah.
I think so.
Same weight.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you can see it's biting the top of the outside of the hearts, and she needs maybe about 1/3 of the hearts to get shot.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe a hair less because I think that,
That was
came
just
down
back.
a
That
lot.
was back button.
No, I know, but it came down a ton. Hey?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that?
Not a ton, but
No,
a little. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I think similar.
No more.
Final stone here in 3 and a 1-1 tie. Christina Black
T-line. Okay.
needs some precision here.
Control right now. Easy. Really running. Close.
We're back 4.
Really close. Jay!
And now it makes its break. First things first, get it by that yellow, and they will. Little tap.
Hi, girl.
Oh, what a shot. Precision.
Beautiful.
Christina Black.
They almost lost that. They were worried. They called Jan. That means they wanted it to carve it, make it go. Never mind.
We said off the top, Christina Black playing some lovely curling. And there's the evidence. It's 2-1, Nova Scotia.
Nicholas Sedin. Can they move this back enough for the 2? Here they go. Yes, they can. Sedin, this is his first. Going to bang this on the beat, run it back, and he's going to get the goal. And with that shot, Sweden is your 2013 Ford Men's World Curling Champion.
A memory Nicodine will never forget. A lot of great coaches on the bench this week, including that young man who's won 6 World Championships. That one in Victoria in 2013, won the Olympic gold medal in Beijing as well. In 2022, Rick Lang. Look at that, 3-time Brier champion as well. I mean, across the entire board. Shannon Kleibrink. You have Ryan Fry as well, Glenn Howard. The list goes on and on.
Brothers.
I mean,
It's awesome, and what it says is that these teams are looking for someone who has been there, done that, and can help. Clancy Grandy, when asked about what Nicodine brings to the team, she said, we wanted some technical and advice on strategy. Well, if you're going to have somebody to come out and give you advice on strategy, you don't want it to be from a book. You want it to be from someone who has been in your shoes and knows the risks and rewards of the shots that you're going to call.
Nicodine from Örnsköldsvik, Sweden, which is, yeah, there's some hockey royalty where the moto program is from. Peter Forsberg has a golf course up that way, the Sedin twins.
Nice.
Marcus Naslund, I mean, it's pretty cool. Got to go there to call Under-18 World Hockey Championship in 2019.
Beautiful.
Sweden won it for the first time in that tournament. Lucas Raymond, who plays for the Red Wings, had the golden goal.
You're on the corner.
Beautiful part of Sweden.
I thought you were still going to go.
Good weight.
Okay.
I gave you more ice because it was over there and you just ran straighter.
Great weight.
We're also late, right?
Where do you think that would have been? T-line? No, I think it was coming down good. That's close.
That would have, yeah, that would have been really close.
Yeah. First one. Stay close.
Just keep it there.
Trying to double off both of the red guards. And if you hit it right in the middle, you can get a forward motion with your stone, like that.
Sorry. Good one. Sorry.
That's a good throw. It's not in, but it's certainly something splittable. And with Last Rock, you may get a chance to use it.
Lindsay Dubé in her Scotties debut played in 3 Canadian Junior Championships, winning a silver medal with Haley Armstrong out of Ontario, and that was in Victoria, playing second in 2017.
Nice time. Yep, nice time. Yep. Hard.
Hard. A little down. Hard.
Yep. Hard.
Trying to save this one for Carly Everest. Little clip of the red.
Little down, eh?
As Nova Scotia lies 2 here in 4.
I was sliding wide. I was worried about setting it.
Good. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nice sweep.
Thank you.
Sweeping. If you just end up doing this, that works for now. Okay. 10. Yeah. Yeah, last 10 was a little down. Yeah, it's like a hair less than that. I think that's a little close. Okay.
Little left. Close. Little light.
Whoa, whoa, curl. Kayla, curl. 10 and a half.
Update time over on Sheet C. Alberta taking on Nunavut, and a stone to come here from Bridget McPhail out of the Iqaluit Curling Club.
Well, and you can see that they already lie one on Alberta's final stone. Kayla tried a crosshouse double, just missed it. And so it is a draw for two. Bridget McPhail made some wonderful shots yesterday. Lots of big draws. Just unfortunately didn't have the team to go toe-to-toe with her opponent.
As one of these teams will pick up win number one at this year's Scotties here in Kamloops.
Stay close. It's really moving.
Really taking off on you there. Really got to go. Taking off on you.
Yes, can't hurt it.
Yes,
Go.
hard. Can't hurt it. Hard.
Good throw.
Okay.
And good draw weight. It'll settle
took
top
off
eight,
on
but
you
it's
guys.
good enough to pick up a pair.
Good sweep,
Meantime,
good
in our
Too red.
feature, just not quite sharp. Both sides today, Kathy. Not yet, anyways.
No, dodging
It
opportunities.
wasn't the release. It was just the
Pick
weight.
that one, right?
Yeah. That was just pure weight.
Nice 10.
Yeah.
Let's stay close.
Same weight, easy.
Whoa. 10-5.
10 and a half.
Rolling.
Close.
Yep.
11.
Yep.
Yeah.
11.
Yep.
Yeah. Hard.
10-7.
Yep.
Hard roll.
Gila McMillan.
Roll. Yep.
Just really nice control weight. Not overthrowing anything.
Sorry about the underthrows. I think we're just visually like seeing that ice with 10 to make a roll like that looks a little scary, but
What would you rather?
well, I think I just
Well,
threw
that's
a little
really
light
nice.
because I didn't.
7.
Yeah, I could have asked for less.
Wow, that's not me holding the sign, just to be perfectly clear.
Yes.
You got a fan.
That's really kind.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe a Montreal Canadiens fan followed you.
Yep. Still hard.
Hard, Harley.
Still hard. Go. Still hard.
Whoa. Just the roll. Just the roll. Whoa. Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
Pretty nice effort there from
Good.
Jennifer
Good
Baxter.
girl. That's good.
I think she's going to feel happy with that. It has been a struggle so far this morning.
I know.
Try and just get to here, though, instead of trying to make that, then she's got.
Just sit right there, kind of.
I think if we could ever do this and chisel that is really good.
Okay.
Do you like it with 11?
Okay.
Okay.
They're not like fully frozen, so we have a little bit of room.
I just threw.
So
10,
throwing
7.
quiet weight, trying to come across the face of that red stone.
Yes. Yeah.
Tap it out to the right as we look at it, and roller shooter underneath the guard.
A lot of rocks in play on Sheet B. Update time. McCarville a 3-1 advantage over Andrea Kelly.
Well, that red stone that is shot was the final stone thrown by Krista McCarville. It is not frozen. It is very close to it. But because the guard is so long, Andrea is trying to come around the outside, tap it through, and if she's able to, it's 2, and it might even be 3. If you look at those red and yellow in the 12-foot biting the 8, they'll probably take a look if she's able to stick
That's how
around.
it feels sometimes.
Kathy, you were in Thunder Bay last year. Just a magical run for this team, wasn't it?
It really was. And Andrea, out of the gate, came up against Carrie Galusha this week and was one of her casualties. But this team is no one to take lightly.
Big finish on the stone. Little chip of the red. And did they move it enough?
Enough for one, but I think that's it. It looks like one.
Yeah, one yellow.
So just the 1 yellow. So a 1-point game. As McCarville still leads 3-2. There's been some tense measurements so far
There have
at this
been.
year's Scotties.
Whoa, you're close. 10-5. You're close. Clean. Jen a bit. Whoa. Jen, no, easy. Jen, yeah, you can go. You can go.
Christina Black avoids the jam and will lie 2 here in 4.
Get that?
No.
There's more right back. We almost hit the red.
And a nice little roll under.
Good, sweet.
I think it was a 10-5.
Yeah.
Finish it.
She's got that confidence going, doesn't she? That swagger, you can just feel it even up here in the booth, that she's
I
loving
think so.
the ice, the competition, and her game right now.
And I
does this ice
just
look to you guys?
see
Looks
in
pretty-
Christina a skip,
it's
just a
cool.
natural-born skip. She loves
The fact that I almost
throwing
left
last rock. Doesn't matter whether her team makes shots or not. She's not down on them. She's just very matter-of-fact about what it is that she needs to do, and has made some lovely shots already.
You've played as a front-end player for some brilliant skips. How does that feed down your lineup?
Oh, the confidence that it gives all the players when you have a last rock thrower who is prepared to help you, is prepared to throw a guard if they need, but they're not worried about what you do. They just know that they can save you if they need to. That makes you more confident every time you hold the broom beside somebody who's throwing and has that kind of an aura about them.
Clancy Grandy will nudge her yellow, spill in, and that is second shot stone.
Wait, would have been close.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I like the other turn.
Me too.
Because even if you jammed on that one, it's fine, I think, because you still leave your shooter here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you're throwing the end turn.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's whatever you're seeing. I just think.
Do you guys like this turn? 10, right there.
Okay.
Well, we've talked about her confidence as a skip, and last end had to make a really tough shot. She wasn't quite heavy enough on the first one. And so this is the attempted scooch by the guard, as you call it, Brian, and just tap her stone up enough to get to the hearts. This is about ice reading. It's about throwing the right weight, great brushing, great team shot,
Nice shot.
but a heck of a shot.
The key shot brought to you by OK Tire. Service, repair, tires.
9-8. Yep. 9-5.
Yep. Very hard. Go.
Final stone in this fourth end for Christina Black.
Clean. Perfect. Great.
Great.
And it is perfect, right through the hole to lie three, and there is the force and the broom down. The draw for one here for Clancy
If you
Grandy.
jump them early, you can hold the line good. So it's a little tight.
Well, I give an assist to Carly Evers, who is in the house with Christina. Just very, I think the intern is the right shot, and you heard Christina say, really? But you sometimes have to really encourage. This is a rock that we can hold out there, and you heard that she felt that they did. And so pressure on, facing three, needs 4 foot, all of it.
Thought a little bit more, but I think it's close.
Okay, line's a little tight.
Stay close.
Stay close Close your line.
Only line.
Okay. Close.
Line.
That line.
Final stone in
Hard
four,
line.
Clancy Grandy.
Hard line.
Drawing against
Hard
three,
line.
needs full four for the single.
Hard.
As it starts to grind down now and slow and a little rub. And just not enough weight. And a steal of one.
Just curling earlier.
Christina Black, Nova Scotia, in control. Up by 2 here in Kamloops.
Pretty close. 8 right
Welcome
now.
back to Canada's tournament capital here in Kamloops, BC.
8, 9.
And a fact for you here, Kathy. Did you know, because you're kind of a golf nut like I am, the highest numbers of golf courses per capita in Canada are in this area?
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Tobiano's one I got to play at some point on Kamloops Lake, just west of downtown Kamloops. As we bring you back to our feature game, 3-1 Nova Scotia leading.
That's the heaviest
Good numbers this morning from Shelley Barker and a big smile.
And it's still above the tee line.
I know. Top 12. Top 12, top 8.
12. Okay, go then. My room.
Well, draw weight continues to be the story. It was last end for Clancy Grandy, short on both of hers, and probably feeling that she's very close. Her team thought that she was heavy out of her hand.
Do you want to throw 9.5 or 10? 10. Okay, 10.
Okay, straight through.
Such a long guard.
No, you need to poke.
Came out the other side. It'll be open from the hack for Carly.
Uh, 10-2. 10. Clean, clean. Yep.
Yep.
10. Oh, shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're rolling under.
Oh, no.
10-3. That's kind of why I wanted 9-5, but. Get over there.
Push me on the slider.
Push you on that.
Control by the 8.
Yeah, touch top 8.
Line close.
Taylor go.
Top 8.
Wait's close.
Line's good.
Nice draw numbers this morning
Last
for
round.
Lindsay Dubé.
I think you can. Let's go.
To my broom. Looks like you can go.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yep. Curl.
Close. Go easy, easy.
Just
easy,
out count this one. Just get a piece of the 8.
easy.
And again, she's got very nice weight right now in her back pocket.
15-1.
Okay. What did yours do here, Jen?
It just ran straight. I didn't.
It's just nice throw.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Newfoundland, Labrador, Northwest Territories, update time. A 3-2 lead right now for Stacey Curtis. One to come from Joanne Rizzo, the 4th stone thrower.
And you could see that Joanne and company are already lying 2. This is a draw for 3. Needs full 8-foot.
And what an opportunity for the team from the north. Carrie Galusha a chance to improve to 3-1 in starting off this Scotties here in Kamloops.
Well, and Carrie said that they had to convince Joanne to throw 4th rock again this year, but I don't think Joanne is doubting herself at all. There's a 3.
As that team continues to roll up by 2, 5-3 after 4.
3 yellow.
Good sweep, guys.
Tight.
Whoa. Easy.
Sarah's roll. Sarah's roll.
Easy.
Tighter than your broom right now. Almost biting. Opposite. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay.
Well, to generate points, you can throw a guard and go around it, but at this point there are no guards, so trying to guard their second shot stone. Clancy will worry about getting shot stone later.
Heel.
Right out there, you got this.
8.5. Yeah.
8.5.
Heel. 7. Clean.
And that is not a number that we have seen at all this week.
We're like just
Early on, she was very, very close on some of her big weight hits, but did not get the outcome, and that's why it was low. Now that's a full 4 points because the call was to peel.
Hardly touching it.
nice weight. 3/4. Yeah.
Do you like trying to get here? Little tap is good.
Okay. Yep.
It's probably the widest we're gonna have gone out. I think they might have hit this line early.
These should be
You mentioned Clancy
Close, I think.
doing some coaching, obviously, for the Netherlands program. In your mind, what's the biggest challenge for a rookie skip at an event like this?
It's all of the extras that come with it, particularly post the whole COVID, no fans in the building. Now you're dealing with a lot of fans. I was at the BC Provincial Championships. They had bleachers on the ice, but there weren't that many people out there, and they were very respectful. There wasn't a lot of hooting and hollering. So you're used to playing in an environment where you yell down the ice and you can hear what the sweepers are saying back and forth. That is not the case here. You have 4 sheets, lots of yelling, lots of people in the building. So you have to deal with that. You deal with the media that wants to talk to you after every game, win or lose. You deal with going to the Heart Stop to sign autographs. It's all wonderful things, but you have to really script yourself so that you don't get exhausted from the non-curling things.
Yep. Nice 10.
And everybody you play is really good.
Little big. No. Carly, go. Clean. Whoa. Yeah, she whipped it. She was overcompensating.
Another hit from Baxter, so 4 right now in the house, belonging to Nova Scotia.
Really good.
Sliding a little sideways.
That was probably only a 10 though, eh?
What?
Yeah. God, I cannot hit that 10 right now.
Okay.
That's a very important
just,
conversation. So
we
Jen
might
Baxter
leave
thinks
them
she's throwing
1-2
regular weight. It's
still,
important
but-
for her team to share. No, you're throwing more than you think.
No. Decently thin.
Pretty thin.
Okay.
It's pretty thin.
Yeah, I'd like to get rid of this one.
The
Yeah, I
one
think
roll
so.
behind
Make this.
first.
Heel.
Clancy is not concerned about the fact that there are 4 opponent stones in the house with last rock, but she does need to make sure that she has access to the 4-foot to be able to score, and that's why they're playing this stone.
Kayla McMillan trying to clean things up here for her skip.
Easy peel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa,
Generate
yeah.
a little bit of room.
Yeah. Hard. Hard. Hard.
McMillan's got 1's, got 2, gets 3 moving.
Good.
And
It's a
shot
bit of
stones 2 by Nova Scotia still.
Bit of a bad break for Kayla. Good throw, but how she hits it. She comes across, if it nuts it right there, it's good, but just the way that it hits the second red and spins leaves Nova Scotia line 2.
10. Okay, pretty much knows. Okay. Hair high is always okay.
Okay. Comes at
They
the
will
end.
finish at the end.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that'd be
Jen's
good.
even did with a 9-1.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. 10. Whoa.
Skip
Easy.
stones here in 4.
Easy.
Outstanding numbers
Whoa,
again for
Jen.
Christina Black.
Jen, you gotta go. Jen, you really gotta go. Really gotta go, Jen. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll chisel it through.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. I need my bag, please.
I thought I was quiet enough that it would be okay.
Yes.
It's okay though.
Yeah. It's like anywhere high. is fine.
I know.
This is pretty much the same shot from a couple ends ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll get there once we get to center.
Yeah.
So playing to freeze down to shot stone.
Give us the same speed you did last end.
Yeah.
Make it. Top 4.
Okay. Top 4 is good.
T top 4.
Okay.
Line,
We
running
can wait.
it straighter,
Still
guys.
running.
Okay, weight's close.
Lindsay's rock. Got a curl.
Top 4.
Got a curl.
Lindsay.
Hard leg. Hard.
We're there.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, Lynn.
Yep.
Fast butt.
Yep. Go. Keep going. Keep going.
And
keep
they
going.
are there, but wide open and available here for Nova Scotia.
Well, that's a 14-4, so it's come down from the 15 it was before.
Yeah.
With sweeping weight, it might have caught the curl.
I think so. You like that?
Yeah, I do. Okay, you got it.
Right, we want to roll.
Yeah, I thought.
More like normal.
Yeah. I mean, it ended up really on the same line as 2 ends ago, so I think really we just needed to take.
Same weight, I think.
Yeah,
should
same
be
weight.
good. I just was a little positive.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Got lots of time.
Yep. Right at her.
Each team 38 minutes of thinking time. A couple of timeouts as well. 9 seconds per timeout.
Easy. Yeah.
Well, one perfect game. We saw her 90s so far
Keep it there.
in
Keep it
this
there.
game.
Hard.
Speaks to consistency.
Whoa. Go roll the other way. Go roll the other way. Got That works.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Rolls it away from the Hearts, and again, regardless, the job done,
Yeah.
the force,
Good.
and a
just
tough
closer
draw
to
to come
center.
here for Clancy Grandy.
Good. Just a little quieter.
Yeah.
And closer to the middle.
Okay. Actually,
You going to the bathroom?
Same shot.
Yeah. Same throw.
It's the same ice.
Same ice. Okay.
Let's put it right on T-line.
Yeah.
Well, same kind of weight that she just threw. Knows exactly what it will do in terms of curl. And it has been the draws. And it's mostly been light.
It's close.
You want to be a skip at the Scotties. These are the big-time shots you need to make to keep BC alive here. Final stone in 5 needs a big-time draw. Find the Hearts.
I have a higher number.
It has to slow down. And how far will this slide? And it will be a steal of 1, 2, and 3 for Christina Black in Nova Scotia. As that glides a little bit too far, Black and company in control. Here in Kamloops, up by 5.
The 2023 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like it. By PointsBet Canada, the official sportsbook of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
A beautiful look at downtown Kamloops on the North and South Thompson Rivers, where they combine as we bring you the action at the Sandman Center all week long. You can see our building in the distance as we are through 5 and smiles on the side of Team Nova Scotia. Christina Black, who's curled a lovely game thus far here, Kathy.
Well, the challenge is draw weight. We talked about it in the beginning, Brian, and it has not just been for Clancy Grandy. It's been for many of the teams that are here this week. Light in 4 and then heavy on that last, not just a little bit, but enough to give up 3. That's huge. We talked about in this game the key matchup would be 3rd. Jen Baxter, some struggles early, hasn't thrown a draw. Kayla McMillan is doing everything she can to support her skip.
After 5, brought to you by PointsBet Canada, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. As head coach Nick Adine trying to rally the troops here in a comeback trail with 5 to come here in Kamloops as we step aside from the Sandman Center.
I think we've had a great season and definitely getting better and better with every tournament. Lots of stuff to learn about each other and different roles that everyone's had to fast track learning, and it's going really well.
Every game is tough and it's going to be a grind, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You're playing against the very best, and that's what you really want to do in sport. It's fun to challenge yourself. It's fun to have to play your best in order to be successful, and we know we're going to have to do that.
How good is this matchup later on today? Jennifer Jones, 6-time Scotties champ. Rachel Holman, 3-time Scotties champion, comes your way today. 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, right here on TSN. Myself, Russ, Joanne, Kathy with the call. Can't wait for that one. And you look back, since 2011, yeah, Rachel 2013, 2014, once again 2017. Jennifer Jones twice on this board. We mentioned those 6, though, all time. Looking for number 7 as a skip. Colleen Jones, we mentioned her earlier in this broadcast, winning the 6 as well. Carrie Enerson looking for her 4th straight. So a lot of outstanding storylines, Kathy, at this year's Scotties.
Well, and I think, we looked at Rachel Holman as coming in with a really strong team, but you cannot disregard what Jennifer Jones has done. And you talked about the longevity and just the passion to continue to play and to work so hard to be at this level.
So a nice job in her feature by Christina Black and her team out of the Dartmouth Curling Club, breaking things open, a 6-1 advantage. And the big story, obviously, the 4 stolen points over the last 2 ends.
And it has been draw weight. And so, hopefully it wouldn't have taken until the 5th, but there would have been a discussion amongst the team to talk, like, how do we communicate better? How do we share information? We talked about the matchup at third. Kayla McMillan is playing really well, has definitely got draw weight. How does she convey that to Clancy in a meaningful way that she can sit in the hack with confidence to throw that last rock?
Easy! Shelly! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Go?
No.
No.
Good. Good. Nice throw.
Okay.
10-1.
Good. Okay.
Make sure we move it.
Yeah. I'll throw T-line. You guys can see the rest.
Yeah, this side's nice.
So just coming into the pile here, Kathy, trying to create something?
For sure. There's no need to hit anything if you... One of the other options is you throw another guard, but you can play into the mix and then force Nova Scotia to try to hit away. And you know that they will with this 5-point advantage, and maybe you get a jam. And then you find a way to score 2. That's how you start to make your way back in this game.
Hard.
Okay, Lynn's good. Good call.
Good sweep. Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half or less.
She tapped it back far enough that it's easy to remove, but what it did do is create a little bit of a wall at the back, and that's what you want to do. You want to maneuver stones, tap them back a little bit, but leave those stones in the house. There's zero advantage to you if you're BC to making those stones go away. They can only help you.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Catch it. Good.
Okay.
That's better.
Oops, sorry. Runs if you throw it like that. I thought we were curling up to like half of it.
Because the way those stones are set up now, there is a triple there. And so we'll ignore those and try to use the guard that they've thrown earlier and duck behind.
Not close. Not there. Clean.
Top tee.
Line's good.
You know, listening over the years to yourself and Vic and Russ and Joanne Courtney joining our coverage, so many times there's the corner guard and no one uses it. You know, and it's, you hear that time and time again.
If you're going to use it or throw it, then use it.
Okay. Good. 14-4.
Yes. Yep.
Jennifer Baxter.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Really hard.
Lean on it.
Hard.
What's happening?
Big roll. To center.
Yep.
Okay.
It's fine. I just need to
You're
throw
a
an
little
8.
soft.
I just need to throw an 8.
It's okay.
I'm just worried throwing the 8 back.
Do you like deadlocking it?
Okay.
You're going to have that, but...
Yeah.
Setter, you go even.
That might shrink our scoring area too much.
That's good to see. Come down and discuss it.
Sorry, couldn't hear you.
I think that might shrink our scoring area too much.
Which?
Like just coming here.
Yeah, which is why, like, and depending on where we are, they have that anyhow. So if we can kind of lock one right here, that might be our
like a little bit of the high side.
If anything,
I think so.
Like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
As long as we're right to it.
I think locking it on is the call.
Yeah, just lock one on.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit high side. Okay.
It's
like back.
Trying to come on top of it, hoping that in trying to remove it, if there's a sea of red behind it, the yellow will stick around.
Line's more important.
Yeah.
I think what I gave you on that intern last end is good in this line. This is the faster side.
Yeah,
I think it's close.
Yeah.
No less than that.
Okay.
I think that same kick is good.
Okay.
So path-specific information, kick information. It is not the same everywhere.
It's close.
Line's good.
Top
About 14.
Lock it on. Line's
About
good.
14.
I think we're there.
Room still.
To it.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line only.
Still a bit high.
Okay. To it.
We're bouncing a hair. No.
Thanks.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Just a hair. Okay. Good.
Just a couple inches later, and that would have been perfect. They wanted it frozen high side.
14-4.
Thunder is great.
Yeah. Just like a 10-5.
I like a 10.
10. Great. Nice 10. You got this.
Now for Jen Baxter, if she can hit and roll underneath, it becomes very difficult for BC to score.
You got curl.
You heard curl a mile.
Keep going. Keep going.
Shelley Barker trying to carve it over.
Okay. Good.
She's 9.5. She just keeps sending them out.
Okay.
And a little door opening there for BC. In the meantime, update time over on sheet C. And one stone to come from Bridget McPhail out of the Iqaluit Curling Club.
Well, she's taking on the double because there is another stone in the house, currently third shot, that does belong to the team from the north.
With Sadie Pinkston, Caitlin McDonald, Allison Taylor. 1, 2, oh, nice shot from the skipper. And 2 on the board. And a 2-point game as Alberta leads 6-4 after 6.
I think small tap, it doesn't have to leave the rings.
Just stay on the nose of that one.
Stay on the high side kind of thing, and then they make a play on it, and hopefully you can open up and get a 3. So
Well, wait, do you
just back 12, something that kind of unlocks that
we just
one.
need to punch it just a hair.
Air on the back line side, I think.
Yeah,
Back 8 doesn't
the thing you don't want to do is to kind of like half hit with too much and roll the way here. They have this easy double.
Yeah.
I've got a small half.
Yeah.
So even
Give
if you-
me this kind of weight.
If you get to nose, that's also an easy double. So you got to stay high side a little bit.
Stay.
Any kind of bump weight, a little bit high side is good.
Yeah.
I like what I just threw then, right?
Yeah.
That was probably just back 4.
Yeah, that was just back 4.
With more weight, it has been running a little bit. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
We can hold.
Yeah, Sweeper's got this one.
Just adjust like that little bit from the one you just threw. You were close.
Okay,
Not
make
much
it.
more.
The world is a smaller place, and so when you win, you have the opportunity to bring in a coach if you haven't worked with one. And talk about confidence giving. You know, Nicholas Sedin talked not only about where you want to be, talked about the weight to throw, that at the result where it has to be. So he covered 3 different areas that made this shot very precise.
Just back 4, yeah. So like 4 feet more weight.
Still remember, Kathy, the first time I saw him was 2010 Olympics and calling that championship. And I think at the time, he was 21, 22. And I'm like, who is this young guy with these run backs? They would practice run backs from the hog line in warm-up. And they had a great run. I think finished 4th that year, if I'm not mistaken, in Vancouver.
Yes, I think so.
But unbelievable. And, of course, the gold in Beijing in 2022.
Well, he's a brilliant player and well-loved by Canadians. He spends a lot of his time in this country.
Weight's good. Back line. Just through. Hard. Just through.
So trying to unlock the stones at the back and stay on the high side, the side right there.
Good.
There you go, tap, tap. So a chance here for BC in 6 to try score multiple points for the first time in this game.
Shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Do you like 10?
Yeah, I do too.
You like right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it. Right at me.
Yeah, we almost have to make sure that we're half under, because if not, they can probably run it and get both our threads.
Christina was looking at the 2 at the back, but the jam is there, but a hit and roll off this one can give you shot.
I wouldn't mind it to be right in between the 2 yellows.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm just nervous if we leave it there, then they'll nose it and get rid of our 2 yellows.
But my red one won't go anywhere.
Okay.
We're red.
Good release. Right at her.
Okay.
10.
10.
So Christina trying to remove one of the BC stones. and roll not completely under, but in front of the other BC stones, so that if BC maybe runs it back, they get rid of their own.
And right across the top of that stone, and the shooter continues to spin and right out.
Good try. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Wonder what happened.
Is BC 1-2, Kathy?
I was just looking at that, Brian. It's
10-1.
hard to tell.
It's just hard because
Maybe his hair more broom.
yeah, I just need to
It matters, but, well,
Just rolls across the face. It does matter who is second shot.
what do you think? It actually. Oh, it's kind of close.
It is quite close.
I think we make it good.
I think still we make that.
I think so.
Yeah, like split center
Split
line.
center line, yeah.
Yeah, just full 4.
Yeah. I think so. This half is pretty good. Split center
And
line.
so for Clancy does not want to be fully buried. If you're fully buried, then Christina Black comes down here, and even if she's not shot, you minimize it. But if you take your stone and you're on the center line right about here, about there, just touching the center line, you're forcing Nova Scotia to take a run at it and probably rolling away. And then they'll take another look at those stones at the back, whether they need to play the tap or just draw for 3.
I did not think minimum.
There.
Top 4. Top button.
T-line.
Sarah, stay close.
T back 4, back 4.
Lock it on the
We're back to it.
I think we're stopping.
Lindsay.
Stopping T.
Okay.
So a little deeper, obviously, than what they wanted. And yeah, there, the door open for
Just trying to go to
Christina
make sure
Black
we were
to come
3
on
at
down
that
and
point.
lock one on.
Well, a lot of disagreement by the front end about where that rock was going, but that is not at all where BC wanted to be.
We got to have to be careful of the early sweep, I think, because it'll hang out there for a while.
We probably only would have had to move the red one like that much.
Yeah.
Just freeze right on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
So we both just got a 14 on that one.
No, I got a 4.5 on it.
4, 3, and 3 we had.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're thinking like a 10-15.
Yeah.
So just looking at this here,
patient
Kathy,
with
if
the
this
line.
isn't
Yeah.
frozen
You're welcome.
perfect, though, and there's a bit of an angle, there might be a run back
Right on the
for
face.
4. Possibly. I mean, depending on how this stone shakes out.
Unlike for BC where they came back, the key for Christina and the Nova Scotia team is to take this stone right back, to freeze it to the face. You want to be contacting the yellows when this is done.
Line's good. Hard line. Line straight.
So final stone in this end for Christina Black, with one to come from the BC skip. In the meantime, update time on sheet B. McCarville, Kelly, a 4-2 advantage for Northern Ontario, and one to come from Andrea Kelly. As in our feature, yeah, locks it right on, no doubt. And I think covering the pin, it could be very tough to score here now for BC.
Well, Andrea Kelly already lying 1. This is a draw for 2.
Looks like more.
Needs full forefoot.
All yours. Wall running. Let's do it at curl. 7. Wall running.
Out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton.
Right here.
Easy Pete.
All yours.
Easy Pete, easy Pete, easy
All
Pete.
yours.
We're there. Never.
Has to dig in. And I think just a centimeter too far.
And that's where the communication is huge. If they knew, as in Sylvie in the house, knew that it was a little bit heavy, they could have carved it. They could have tried to drag it over. Any contact with that red stone at all, and it would have been 2.
So we'll come back and let you know how the scoring shakes out there. In the meantime, a big stone coming up, final stone in 6.
Trying to run it back and move that red stone just thrown by Nova Scotia.
Clancy Grandy gets him moving, and the spinning.
Oh, so close.
And a little bit too far, so another steal. Pardon me, that's a single. My
She is
apologies.
so close to making that, Brian. Runs it back, and if she catches it just a little thinner across, that red one is going to go farther.
got lots of time. Is there anything else you want to talk about? We still have a minute and a half.
So a single of 1 for Team BC.
Do we want to try
as the
and play
counter
back
is that
inside
Yellowstone
the
back
shed?
8.
I think leave it for that.
So 6-2. The lead for Christina Black.
I'm just going to grab a drink.
And in the meantime, as promised, we'll go back to sheet B and another measurement here at the Scotties.
And at home, you might be thinking it looks like red a lot, but you have to be right on top of the stone to see.
Good job.
So it is 1 yellow. Again, just that audible at the end could have made the difference, but she needs information. She didn't get it.
So Northern Ontario leading 4-3 after 6 as we step aside from the Sandman Center here in Kamloops. Day 4 of our Scotties coverage here in Kamloops, BC. And a 6-2 advantage for Team Nova Scotia. Up by 4 with Hammer here in 7, throwing the red stones.
Well, for Clancy Grandy, that was so very, very close to being a 3 spot on the board and clawing herself really quickly back in this game.
There right now. You can wait. Line's good.
They have a couple of guards up, and with a slide back of a Nova Scotia stone behind
Still a little
the
heavy
hearts,
right
there's something to work with.
Just to it. Line's good.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Finish.
Yep.
Yep.
You can.
Yep.
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 14 and a half. About 14.8 on theirs, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Good one, Judge.
Nothing
Right
funny.
on the hearts there from Lindsay
right at
Dubé. Nice draw weight.
See what we can get moving.
And it is now the 6 stone so that you can move that stone off the center line.
A2. Yeah. Sweet. Whoa. Whoa. Single. Just single. Okay.
Carly Everest will peel the top guard.
Replace it. I got her.
Carrie Galusha, Northwest Territories, taking on Newfoundland Labrador, Stacey Curtis.
Well, desperate times, desperate measures. Stacey is electing to run her own back, trying to double off the 2 yellows and bring a biter at the back of the house into play as well.
On it right out of her hand, Stacey Curtis. What can she maneuver? 1-2, the yellow spilling. Oh, will it spin enough? And it will. 3 on the board for Newfoundland and Labrador. What a shot from the skip.
And that is a tie game.
Good call, Erica.
There you go,
Yeah.
6-6 after 6.
Same throw should be close.
Same throw. Same throw.
Little less. Yeah.
Yep.
Looking for the double peel.
Good throw.
Good. So close.
I thought I had it.
Yeah, I thought you had that one.
Yeah, I thought I just added a little bit too much, but nice slow kick still.
So BC will continue to throw the guard, and at some point, probably on Clancy's, may come right down on top of that stone, right on the face of it, so that you would have a yellow, yellow, red, and pretty difficult for Christina Black. That is the plan.
It's good. A little less than yours. Thought so too. High 2.
Right off.
High 2.
Okay, a little higher than the last one. Just
Curling.
high 2.
Okay.
Two broom.
Draw.
Yeah,
Lindsay.
two broom. Little past two broom.
Yeah, you can go a bit. That's good. That's good.
Good. Judge.
Or that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll peel the
They
first one.
come of all ages to watch women's curling. Well, hello. Well, we know who you're cheering for.
Always a thrill when you look up and see your face on the Jumbotron here at the Sandman Center.
Kerry Anerson, Team Canada signing his hat.
Carly.
Awesome to see the youngsters getting autographs and the time these athletes take with the fans, win or lose every game.
Good.
And there, both yellows are moving.
Sorry, falls back at the very end. Good throws, Carly. Thank you. Good.
And even though that one is in, that's great for Nova Scotia, an opportunity to just have the whole front of the house cleared.
Just a hair deeper if anything this time.
I think I can give you the same though, because you guys didn't really touch that.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
That's the same ice?
This is the same ice, yeah.
Okay.
Kato's got that just classic delivery, doesn't she?
Very nice.
High. Halfway. Halfway. Keep it moving. Just halfway. We need to finish. A little bit of finish. Easy. Yep. Whoa. Good. Further than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Good throw.
That's a well-placed stone. If it was a little bit off the line, you might see Christina, now that we're getting late in the end, to try to make a run at those two stones in the 4-foot, but that was a perfect guard, needs to be removed.
And Jennifer Baxter does just that.
Because if anything, it kind of was finishing pass at the end. Still guard on this one, I think.
Yeah.
Like halfway depth is good.
Okay. Same spot as Kayla's in?
Yeah.
So Skip Stone's here in 7. Shot Stone, obviously right on the buttons, belonging to BC, and Clancy Grandy will try throw up a guard.
And you make your play on the next stone.
A little more than
Kayla.
just more through on the release, I think.
Tight? Yeah, I'd wait on that.
Really tight.
Tight. Not super tight. To your broom already.
Yeah.
State curl.
It's higher than your broom.
Okay, then finish then. If you're not in, finish. Split the line, split the line. Yep.
Good.
So nice job by the Brennan Brushers there to judge that one.
So,
Yeah, it's good. Good call. What do you like on my last? Should we leave it for her?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it worth trying to like top a hair?
Or just, even like if we... it doesn't really... Thing is, unless we tap it so that we're 2,
Yeah.
she maybe still
You
has
only
into
would
the
have
crotch.
to move the red like 2 inches.
Yeah.
Great intel as you start to figure out, and a good use of time as well while you're waiting for your opponent. You know that she's playing the peel.
Easy wall. Wall. Just clean. Jen clean. Jen clean. No, you're fine. Jen clean. Fine. Good pick.
nice throw.
Straight, man.
Good.
Straight.
Yeah, just had to have you cleaning it, that's all.
I know, it's very scary.
Your scores updated. Close one on sheet D. Alberta leading on sheet C. And Northern Ontario with Hammer up by 1
Yeah, that little bit less.
Yeah.
in the 7th.
Okay.
Just enough to get to.
So you want to just tap this stone back
Just the
a
guard
couple
again?
of inches.
No. Play
I
down
love this
to
shot.
it.
And then you're
Ideally,
lying
we're
2,
talking
and the red stone is
sliver
blocking.
Just enough to sit 2.
Okay.
She's going to have the in-off regardless, so I think with the score, we might as well sit 2 here.
Okay. How
I
much
like
weight
it.
are you giving us?
So it's just like a T-line kind of draw to the button. You guys sweep it a hair for the top. Do you think a hair
I
less?
thought a hair less.
I think a bit less, yeah.
If you're tied, you may want to guard.
Okay.
But you're down 4 in the 7th end against a team that's playing really well. You have an opportunity to steal a couple or really force Christina to make a tough shot to even give up 1.
It's close.
I thought there.
T.
I thought a bit more than T.
T line.
Okay, line's good.
Line's good.
Close.
Close.
Yep. Whoa.
Hard. Weight's good. Gotta go for weight. I think weight's fine.
Weight's good.
Clancy Grandy, final stone for her here in 7. Line looks good. Weight looks pretty good. There's your tap, and there is 2 for now, with 1 to come here from Christina Black.
Tapped it Vic a little bit further than she wanted.
Great. That's sweet.
But as you said, Kathy, put some heat on the skip that's leading. Make her make a good shot.
Quarter?
Yeah, it's like right about there.
So the in-off was going to be there whether they played the tap or not, and now she's having to play it against the 2.
No, just cut him down.
Huge shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
This is the easiest way to not give up 2.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed.
Yep. And I could score, actually.
Okay.
I didn't think you could. Like a quarter of it.
Can she score 2? Can you get all 3 of these, Kathy, or the angles don't work?
No, sure. If she comes off the stone and hits it right in the crotch of the yellow, the back yellow is going to jam on the red, but her shooter would stay right where she hit it, and it would be shot. Tough.
Final stone, 7th end. Christina Black. Playing the in-turn, big weight, trying to hold the line. Gets 1, rolls it over, and moves it over. And it looks like she got shot rock.
That's fun.
I think she may have.
We scored. I didn't think you'd make it here that thick.
Atta girl. Nice shot.
Of course, yeah.
As Kayla McMillan looks it over, but what a shot from Christina Black.
I think that's you. I think it's me.
Yeah, there you go.
Great
She
shot.
did score.
Good line call. Wow.
Yeah, high fives all around. What a
I
shot.
was like, I'm touching it just sweet.
The in-off.
Yeah.
And able to score her 1. One more look.
One and just give up 1.
Which is fine. Yeah. Thanks for being there for the rollout.
Hey, Stir would not have me do it.
Yeah, and that's right. Barker was right there ready.
Okay.
As you see Shelly Barker on standby and go on that yellow right there.
Well, she gets it a little bit thinner. The 2 yellows pop a little bit more, but great brushing. And just way to be on top of that 2nd stone.
Yeah. I thought we missed it. I thought we missed it.
I'm that good.
Pretty good morning for Christina Black and the skip from Nova Scotia as she leads 7-2 here in Kamloops. Welcome back to beautiful Kamloops. Just over 90,000 people call this city home, and it's our home until Championship Sunday later on this week. Hope you're enjoying your holiday Monday as well. Thanks for making us a part of your Monday. Just after 2:30 p.m. local time in Nova Scotia, and for the fans watching, a great showing from their skip Christina Black in control. So we're going to move right next door over to Sheet B and check in on Team New Brunswick, Andrea Kelly, and Team Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville. And look at that 1-2. You talk about a Christmas tree. There you go. 4 in the rings. That's what's facing Krista McCarville with her final.
Well, lots of trouble. It started when Kendra Lilly made a run back and picked her own out, leaving New Brunswick lying 2. For Krista, if she can just get to the inside, she can double 2 off and would be shot.
Gets 1, gets 2. However,
that jam leaves the shot stone is New Brunswick's.
A steal of 1 for Andrea Kelly, so that ensures a 4-4 game. That was just moments ago. And now we bring you live here inside the Sandman Center as we're underway in end number 8 in a 4-4 tie. Northern Ontario Redstones, Team New Brunswick, the Yellowstones. And a great game here, Kathy, between 2 teams that found the podium 1 year ago in Thunder Bay.
And very similar approaches initially, but Andrea Kelly and her team have really made an effort to go out on the trail and to do more touring, more bonspieling. Weren't super happy with how they did this year, but a very strong work ethic, and then no one needs to talk about the work ethic for this Northern Ontario team. We know that they spend a lot of time training and don't travel as much.
Katie forward leads stones for Team New Brunswick.
And a very well played game. All of the New Brunswick players in the 80s.
Line's really good. Line's really good.
We're there, we're there, we're there.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, in this game, there are no pluses. Everyone is within 5 percentage points of each other. In fact, the leads are within 1.
Did they switch?
Breaking news, we've moved our coverage to sheet B.
And so that's why we have a tie game. 2 very equal teams playing equally as well today.
Lines okay. Lines good.
And the 4th Scotties for Sarah Potts.
Lines good.
2-time silver medalists, including last year in Thunder Bay, that exciting final won by Carrie Enerson.
Whoa, just let it go. Line's good. Line's really good. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Good.
And Sarah is one of those players who grew up in an immersion environment with her parents, Rick and Lorraine Lang, both playing at a very high level. So we now will see Sarah in the house calling line. She's certainly got a handle on strategy, and they also felt that Kendra Lilly was the better sweeper. And so she still throws third rocks, does Kendra, but we will see her brushing and not calling line this year.
And there's a familiar face. Jill Brothers now wearing the New Brunswick colors as well, as Jill from Bedford, Nova Scotia now.
Get it there. Get it there. Get it there.
You got it, you got it, you got it.
Hard, Kate.
Whoa, whoa.
Good, Jill.
Good.
And we talked about how even these teams are. There is nothing to choose.
The guard's okay.
Both really good draws, both good
It's
hits,
like a lot of ice to be
both very even.
Okay, okay.
6 Scotties for Brothers. She skipped, her best record was skipping Nova Scotia, a 6-5 record in Grand Prairie back in 2016, and now playing on this New Brunswick side.
Back line! Yep!
Yep!
Through!
Yep!
Spots!
Whoa! Yep!
Through!
Whoa!
Spots!
Whoa! Yes! Yes! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa,
Whoa!
whoa, whoa.
Good,
Keep the
good,
angle.
good.
Oh. We had to keep the angle.
Our updates continue in a 6-6 tie over on sheet D. It's Newfoundland Labrador Stacey Curtis, Northwest Territories Carrie Galusha, final stone coming from Joanne Rizzo.
Well, Joanne and team already lying 2, but wants to tap one of hers on the right on the nose to remove the stone behind it that would allow an opportunity for 4.
Galusha, Rizzo, Sarah Colton, Margot Fleming.
4 yellow.
And look at that, breaking the game open as Rizzo continues to look impressive.
Ooh, good carving.
Good carving.
10-6, Galusha leads after 7.
Yeah. Hard line. Really hard line. Really hard line.
Hard, Sylvie!
Yep. Bruno, sorry.
It's okay. That's pretty good.
So Shotstone still Northern Ontario
That's a 15-1
in a 4-4 tie. McCarville with hammer here in 7.
Stay high. Heel.
And you hit our red too if you're a little too high.
So yellow comes back, removes the other yellow, moves the reds over for Krista McCarville with last rock in this end. It is not shaping up to be a really good opportunity for 2 unless she gets to the heart. So trying to clean up some of this.
Ashley Sipola moves the yellow stone up top. And it was really a breakthrough performance last year for Andrea Kelly, making championship weekend, finishing up with an 8-4 record, winning the bronze medal.
Tie card. Yeah, you got it.
Kelly, a Canadian junior champ back in 2005 in Fredericton. And there is Sylvie Quillian in her 6 Scotties. Played with Kelly last year in Thunder Bay. She skipped as well for Scotties. Team New Brunswick.
Okay. I think we're to it. We can wait. Coming down here. Free.
Yep.
Really overbending. Whoa, drop it. Really overbending. Okay. Okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
Sylvie.
That's 15-4.
It's not quite out to it.
Yeah.
Release or slide.
Well, there's your only plus. I talked about Kendra's last end, which did not go very well. Running a stone back, picked her own out.
Push that back. Think of like a 10. I just want to make sure we get this one out.
Okay.
Only a 10? Maybe even 9.5.
Okay. Okay.
Hair off nose.
So the top yellow one goes, you connect a little bit with the red one. It's going to promote the shot stone that belongs to Northern Ontario back, but Krista's not worried about that as much as she is getting the angles changed on these front stones and making sure that she will have an opportunity to score a couple.
Hard! Hard!
Hard, Sarah.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Kendra Lilly.
Good shot.
Really nice,
And that
Kendra.
yellow they wanted gone is gone.
And look at the angles they've left. They're wonderful. They
That's
blocked
really
the
nice.
shot
That's really good.
stone.
Really good.
Red, red, yellow.
Beauty.
She got angry at the no plus mark.
Nice one. I think I just.
Nice shot.
It's really good.
I like a draw
Go down
in
left,
here.
Sylvie. Just a lot of red.
Good, come quick.
I think it's really good too.
There's nothing good you can do with that.
Hit and roll off the top one, maybe?
Like, you could try a straight pick on that, but.
Yeah, but I'm
Well, I know, I mean pick, obviously, to miss that. Like right now, she's just got this, right? This is not good.
So timeout called. Of course, 3 former skips on this team.
You can't see enough of that. Like we can do this.
Coach Nolan out to the ice.
I know. I think we have to. I don't think we have another shot.
around, like,
yeah,
back to here?
Yeah.
Okay. The angles are pretty good that way.
Can't stay there.
Yeah, I think you come right to the nose of it is fine, Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or up there.
I think we need to be deep.
I'd rather
Because,
be deep,
yes.
That's not good for you, right?
Yeah.
So freeze right on it. So
I mean,
I agree.
Deep though, she's got that. Like a pick double.
You can almost get to the inside of it, Andrew. Like once you get by that.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah. Yeah, I think we try to come to this one.
Okay.
If she ever makes that, then we've got doubles.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Have some nice calm communication on it.
Yeah.
Well, that shot by Kendra Lilly was just so good because of the angles. They talked about,
What do you want to throw,
do we
Sylvie?
tap this stone up this way? But the risk is,
Wait, Wes.
clear this, this stone here could wind up being the one that you tap. So they're going around the outside, but the key on this is to be right back down to this stone so that there's no run of either of those red stones to remove it.
13-7? Are you saying 14 or 13? 14. I don't think 14 is enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you like?
I don't like 14 sevens. I don't think is enough, but 14 could be okay. It's just that out in that frost.
There's something right there.
You got it. We'll sweep it there.
Well, 7! Yep! Yes! Line!
Line only!
Really hard! Really hard!
Please, close!
Really hard! Really gotta go, Kate! You gotta go hard! You gotta go! Roll it off, roll it off.
Nice weight, Sylvie.
What was your long? 14-1.
Nice weight.
So it sounds like they were happy with the weight on Sylvie's shot.
Well, Andrea called right away, which makes me think maybe she started it a
Are we
little
line
bit.
one or are they shot?
That is a good question. I wasn't sure who shot stone was.
I think we try the nose, and if
Really
you wreck
close,
on that
I think
yellow
it
and
does,
stick
but
on the
close.
side.
Then what weight am I throwing then?
Like
Go like this.
10 and a half? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think you have to make a play at this now.
I like it because
Okay.
if we tick the top,
Well, if I tick on the guard with the 10, I'm rolling out.
but you might touch a red and change something up, and
So this shot a little bit more difficult because of Sylvie touching that stone over, but Kendra is trying to get to the nose as much as she can.
Whoa,
She set those great angles up and now trying to use them.
Close. Close.
Whoa! Ah, Sarah! Sarah! Whoa! Whoa! Sarah!
Sit.
Really nice.
Good.
So the yellow goes, and right now it is 1, 2, and 3.
They almost lost that. That got so close to that yellow stone out front.
Just getting ready.
That's solid.
They thought they had to work to make it curl, and at the last minute, the panic, there was no room.
Or that one.
Yeah, I was
Shot a 14 and a half. Yeah.
There.
So Northern Ontario with hammer.
14-1. But this is the same draw.
Skip stones to come, lying 3 here in 8.
That was about a 4.
Yeah. You still like the same? Like a little less, probably?
Yeah, I still
You
think
want to
it's
go
quite
back?
sticky
You want to
here,
go to the back 4 still, right? Yeah, but I was there on my own, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So trying to navigate the port, they have just seen this thrown, and Andrea, better than anybody, knows how Sylvie came out and where she let it go.
I think it's less than the other one.
Coming so close last year, Kathy, to Brunswick. One Canadian title on the women's side. That was back in 1963. It was called the Diamond Championship back then. Of course, the Scotties beginning in 1982.
Good sweep, Jill.
And lovely weight from Andrea Kelly. Shot stone, back 4.
Good job, guys. Good call.
Thanks, Rita.
I like it.
Live look now over on sheet A, the game we started with this morning. And the final stone on the way from BC's Clancy Grandy.
And I think she's trying to run her own corner guard in to get to the shot stone in the 4-foot.
Hard.
Okay.
And will not. Another steal.
A fantastic morning for Nova Scotia. And Christina Black in handshakes.
Sorry.
So Nova Scotia improving to 3-1. Grandy dropping back to 2-2. Wonderful curling from Christina Black and her team this morning here in Kamloops.
Yes. Yeah, that was a grind.
8-2 final there.
Hair solid?
Solid a little. Yep, hard.
The first on the way here in 8.
Trying to angle her own to remove the New Brunswick stone.
Hard, Kendra. Whoa!
Krista McCarville.
Whoa!
Lily was on it. Now she's off it. There's the little run back. Beauty, Krista McCarville.
Nice sweep.
Ooh, sweeping.
A wonderful shot by Kendra to set that up. A great shot by Andrea. And Krista responds with this.
That's all we can do there.
Kathy, the consistency of this team led by Krista McCarville, so impressive over the years. In her 10th appearance now, 2 silvers, a bronze medal.
I just thought I was
And
a little tight.
except for one time, a 500 record or better as we look at the skips numbers.
Well, some really solid numbers for both of them and very little to choose between. And we've just seen an example of that. Really good shot by Andrea, followed up by a great shot by Krista.
Okay, little less.
Player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Just an 8.
Okay. Is it half?
What? It's,
Half?
I say it's about a third.
Okay.
So coming off the outside, coming off this stone, right here, to get to the middle.
Andrea Kelly needs a big time shot. Here in 8. Playing the out turn. Brothers on the brush. Kelly, 1, roll it over, and she removes 2. Shot stone, New Brunswick with 1 to come here in 8.
Very nice. This is wonderful curling.
Good shot.
Thanks. That just came nice, eh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, thanks. Calm down the big peel.
So running her own again.
Okay, same sort of thing.
Same weight, yep.
Okay, you got it.
So right now a stolen point for Andrea Kelly, 1 to come. Krista McCarville. Little run back and a chance to try score 2 here in 8. Ashley Sipola trying to carve it over for her skip. Get the angle perfect, and she will drive it right by.
1 yellow.
A steal of 1. Back-to-back steal points for Andrea Kelly, and she's stolen herself a 1-point lead. Back-to-back stolen points in 7 and 8 for New Brunswick. Andrea Kelly, so a 1-point advantage with play underway here in 9. It is Krista McCarville, Northern Ontario, with Hammer throwing the Red Rocks.
So only a little bit more.
And obviously, Kathy, we just picked up this game after the win by Nova Scotia over BC and Christina Black, but some wonderful curling and shot making on this sheet of ice.
Just beautiful. Kendra Lilly made a wonderful shot that really changed the angles all around. We saw Krista McCarville make a great angle. Andrea Kelly made 2 terrific shots. She made the perfect draw freeze that forced Krista to make a good one on her first, and then the double on her second. And Krista just not able to make that angle.
Line's good. Ash, go, Ash, go. Ash! Hard Ash! Hard Ash! Go, go, Ash! You gotta go. Keep going! Keep going. Okay. Good shot. Sweet. 14-9.
So you saw the first one by Sarah Potts, a very tight corner guard, and then she goes around it.
Wait, should be close. Line's good. 6. Might have to go. Yes, 7. Yeah.
Jill Brothers, the former Canadian junior champ in Victoria back in 2004.
Well, such a rivalry between these two teams. Krista's won the last 4 meetings when they've gone head-to-head. Last year in the round robin and in the 1 versus 2 game. Both of those went extra, so we will not be surprised if this goes that long as well. 2 very equal teams.
I mean, yeah, if we double peel, like we want to go for 2 here, though. I don't mind. So the double peel, if the double peel, then if they make the run, we get the blank. We were thinking the double peel on the middle. We're just talking it out.
Do you like that?
Well, yeah, we got to go this way. I don't want to touch that, but
yeah.
What? Yeah, like intern way, no?
Here, go this way.
Why not intern?
Well, yeah, I don't ever want to push that. Yeah.
I don't think that's hot. Well, it's possible.
Well, no, not if we make it perfect.
Okay.
Okay, we can go here.
Well, that discussion is all about, do we have an opportunity still to blank? And you definitely don't want to force yourself to be taking 1 in this end.
Gotta go hard. Hard.
You got
Straight up, straight up. Keep going. Go, Sarah. Go.
Nice shot.
Well done.
Nice shot, Ash.
Ashley Sipola opens up the front.
Very nice. Yeah. We do another center.
So what a great junior pedigree on this New Brunswick team. You have the Canadian Junior Champ 2005, winning in Fredericton. We mentioned Jill Brothers, her junior championship, won in Victoria here in British Columbia.
To give them the blank, right?
And on the bench,
This is a 10.
1991
Okay, not a double.
champion, the alternate, Heather Smith.
Am I throwing a double?
I'm playing a hit and roll.
Okay. It's a 10.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, the great part about that is so often after juniors, we see people disappear. Life gets in the way, education, jobs, family, and it's great to see these women still out here playing and playing at a very high level.
Really gotta go. All right, Kate. All right, Kate. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Go, go, go. Hey, Jill. Okay, good.
Yeah, I like that call, the hit and roll. Just gotta stick it. Yeah.
Another final on the ice between Nunavut and Alberta, and the first Scotties win for Kata Skurlik out of the Garrison Curling Club in Calgary.
Sorry for stepping on your toe.
So congratulations to her. 9-4 the final. Alberta win number 1 here in Kamloops.
Well, and that is not a team that has not looked like they belong very much and could easily be undefeated.
Yeah, I definitely did. Where are we? You got line room.
Gotta go for weight.
Line's nice. Line should be fine. Sarah's rock.
You're not on it yet.
Can't go. Can't go. Can't be. No, can't be deep. Sarah. Go, 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 go.
Okay. Sorry, Ash. That's all us.
Well, a great opportunity for Sylvie here to hit and lie two and force your opponent and have last rock coming home. You'd have to finish off the end, but the door is open with that last shot by Northern Ontario going deep.
Sylvie Quillian.
Good. Nice shot, Sylvie. Good throw.
Little flip inside. And it's New Brunswick line 2 without Hammer here in 9.
Even a big roll is fine for now. Sorry, what weight?
10.
Rick Lang said that they looked at all of the figures and they looked at all of their games from last year and found that they were one of the teams that had the highest number of unforced errors. So missing opportunities, open draws, nose hits, and have worked very hard to minimize those.
Tough one there as they'll clip their own stone out.
That is trouble.
Disaster.
Those in-outs. We do that. We've done that every time we shoot an
You want to
in-out.
nose it or what?
Yep. I think we nose.
Okay.
Team throw.
Yeah. Same. A little bit more. Close. Clean. Yeah.
Push Kate.
Push Kate. Gotta go.
Go, go, go.
Hard. You gotta go. Come on. Hard. Really gotta go.
Katie forward, all she's got.
Good sweep.
Important to hold that shooter, and she will.
I was hoping to stay out in the wing. By rolling to the middle, there is a double opportunity, a chance for Kendra to get her team out of this. Just off nose.
A blank would be pretty nice at this point for Northern Ontario.
Yep.
Hard, Sarah.
Hard. Hard. You gotta go, 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 go,
Stay in the
go.
middle. Stay in the
Hard,
middle.
Sarah, hard, Sarah, hard.
Kendra Lilly trying to make the double. She'll
All right.
drive it by and settles top hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forward.
10-5's good.
10-5.
Here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think I can hold it good.
I don't think so.
So Andrea looking to remove it and roll
Like that with
away
10-5
from that
and
other
flop?
stone.
Sure, my way. Flop them which way? Your way, Jill. There's more room the other way. There's lots of room either way. Okay. 10-5? Yeah. Okay.
I agree with Andrea. It doesn't really matter which way you roll. It's in the middle. So just get away from that back stone so there's no double.
Skip stones here in 9. Andrea Kelly with her first.
10-5, 10-5. Yeah, hard. Hard.
Push, you're holding it.
All the way, don't stop. Go hard, every inch. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Yeah. I think we should have just.
And the jam, and the door opens once
I
again.
want to get off it early, but I didn't want to say it.
Northern Ontario.
Come up to it.
I know,
Sorry.
but whatever. We don't know it at all. Besides
If you roll
Kendra's
out,
like,
it's better we can't jam.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay.
Play a 10 and just like, it did come up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It was an 8-2. Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, I do. I think
Okay.
that looks good. Yeah, with a 10. See what they think too, but.
Well, last end, we had back-to-back great curling shots. This end, it has been
guys like
back
that
and
with a
forth
10?
opportunities.
And the other, this way looks more natural, right?
This does look a lot more natural. Looks pretty close.
Like
Yeah.
your,
I don't think
yours was an 8-2 and it came up a little.
Me?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I was fighting it though, like I was a bit tight, but.
I think if it's just a 10, you're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah?
What do you think, Kendra? Do you think it's going to go more?
I don't know. Yeah, no, I like it.
Okay. I like it. It's Krista.
Just 10?
Easy. Easy.
As McCarville delivers, let's update you. Sheet D one more time.
Whoa.
Newfoundland, Labrador, and Northwest Territories.
Well, she needs to make this red stone go away. That stone on the Purex at the back left is on.
Meantime, McCarville avoids the jam, rolls it over, lies two with hammer in our feature. And on sheet D, Joanne Rizzo, clean is always nice to hear, and bang, right through.
Thanks, ladies. Good luck.
Good luck.
And that is 4, and that is handshakes.
Good luck.
As Carrie
I'm gonna
Galusha,
shake your hand.
the 4th rocks thrower, Joanne Rizzo, improving to 3-1 at this year's Scotties in Kamloops.
Good job, you guys. What a battle. Atta girl.
Yeah, sure. Good.
Well, just stay patient.
Yeah.
I think I threw a lot more weight on that one.
Well, a good shot by Krista.
Oh, you did?
Got that roll over there. Andrea will try to roll it back in front of that
Wait,
stone.
hang in there.
Getting some fan support here at the Sandman Center. Carrie Galusha and her team. And what a start. A 3-1 start for the team from the north out of the Yellowknife Curling Club. How this end has turned. Final stone in 9 for Andrea Kelly. So a nose hit, but a wide open rock available. The broom is down, and a chance for 2 for Northern Ontario. When it looked, Kathy, like they would be forced here in 9.
You heard Sylvie yelling hard for nose, knowing that they were not going to roll to the center. She wanted to make sure that Krista had to hit and stick for her point and not draw.
You could take the same turn as
the
her.
I could. It curled hard.
Yeah, at least we know what it does. Is this a guess, kind of?
Well, I mean, the other way goes hard. I don't think this is going to go crazy.
You have the whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like a 9.5, 10.
And by the whole house, Kathy, a lot of room to roll and hopefully bite some paint.
Yeah, you bet.
10. Whoa.
What an opportunity. Final stone in 9. Krista McCarville.
Clean.
Clean.
3-time medalist at the
Whoa,
Scotties.
Ash.
Has to keep the shooter and will.
2 red?
2 red it is. As Northern Ontario, a 1-point advantage. New Brunswick with hammer when we come back to Kamloops. Welcome back to Kamloops, and a tight battle between Northern Ontario and New Brunswick. 6-5, the advantage to Krista McCarville, but it is Andrea Kelly with hammer throwing the Yellowstones here in 10.
10 driving.
And what Andrea Kelly is going to have to do this end is something that they have not been able to do so far this game, and that is score a 2. It is all ones on the board for New Brunswick.
And Kathy, a good opportunity to educate our viewers, maybe not familiar, the new tick rules and the removal of stones up top.
Well, the challenge is the stones that touch the center line. They cannot be moved off the center line. Both of those red stones you saw perfectly placed. And so if the stone was off of it, you could tick it out of the way, but you can't tick it out of play. But the new rule this year is, in addition to not removing stones from play, you cannot tick it off the center line until the 6th stone. So those red stones are going nowhere.
No.
And what have you noticed since the change, Kathy, if anything?
Well, people are ticking less, period. You've got so many stones in play. We're seeing a lot more play going around guards to the center. You know what? There are people that don't like it. There are people that do. I think that they put it in play so that the team that is up isn't guaranteed to win. And that was starting to happen. You just had such a little chance to win if you were tied up without or down one without.
Hard!
But it's hard if you're up because it takes something away.
Line's good. Whoa, you got room.
Okay, Kendra. Whoa.
Gotta finish
Yeah,
it, Kendra.
Gotta
Easy. It's good. Whoa.
Nice shot, Ash.
Oh, pretty good start here for Northern Ontario in 10.
Nice shot, Ash.
Yeah. Single, yeah.
And because now it's rock number 6, green light. Trying to remove some granite, courtesy Jill Brothers here for New Brunswick.
Nice peel. Yep. Whoa.
And for this New Brunswick team, they would love to find a way to score 2, but they have to make sure that they have an opportunity to get that 1 and at least tie this game. That's why she's going to peel, because that stone by Ashley Sipala on the hearts is going to be pretty tough to remove with guards in play.
You've watched Andrea for a long time. What do you feel that she bottled that worked so well in Thunder Bay last year? What did you see?
I think just really quicker comfort.
Can we freeze
with arena ice? We'd often see this team come in and struggle for a little bit, and we always said Andrea's proven herself in the junior rank. She can throw it really well, but it took too long to get going, and I feel that more and more they're ready faster. And that gives confidence.
You heard that comment, they could all go.
They sure could.
Yeah. Here. Sit fine. What? I think you got it, dude. You gotta move them.
Try to get it so we stick here.
I think we can hit roll to a corner my way, can't we? Yeah.
Just an 8.
Not as much.
Same one you just threw.
Okay. You got it.
The final sheet in play on this Monday morning here and afternoon, and a lot of Canada out east.
Whoa, no. Clean.
Jill Brothers. And just misses that one in the rings and the hearts, but opens up the front.
And it would have been nice to get them all, but for Jill, the key was opening up that front. You heard her say a little flare, just got it back a little bit, and so it didn't catch as much as she wanted.
We have to watch that.
Yeah, that looks pretty.
Oh yeah, I guess they freeze and we can just make sure we blast.
It's just
I
a
don't
thought.
need it. You don't like that?
That's going for the win. I just think on this ice, if we give her the edge of the
We just have to make that. If we don't, we're kind of giving them a shot then. Right?
You want to call a time?
No.
Okay.
That one's pretty good.
Okay, let's guard it then.
Let's go, Kendra.
Let's make it.
Is that enough ice?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you can finish it on that ice though, yeah.
And this is the one area that we see with this Northern Ontario team. They work as hard as any team on the tour in terms of practice, in terms of throwing, in terms of looking at what they can be better at.
I think we're in.
But game situations, sometimes it's a bit more of a discussion than you would like to have, and that's because in not playing that much, you don't have that game situation repertoire to draw from.
Yep, freeze it. Yep.
Oh, it's not frozen.
Okay, go. Don't want to leave double at all, so.
Take that. Get a roll straight. Okay.
Like 9.5.
sure we stay.
Yes.
I like 10 is good.
I like 9.5 though. If you're gonna make the double.
Sure. Okay.
You got it, Sylvie. Right on it.
To make the double, you have to hit it on the broom side. And so in going across the face of the back one, Sylvie can also roll it to the wings where their guards are.
There is a nice little hasty corner over there. She can make this perfect.
You got it. Go, 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 go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Sylvie Pullian.
Pull it.
She'll jam it. Shot stone still, Northern Ontario.
Just curl too much.
That's good. 10.
For viewers watching at home and you see Krista wanting to roll towards the red, why not roll the other way?
Because anywhere that you get towards those yellow guards is an advantage. If you leave a hit and roll, if it rolls deep, it's something that they'll sit on. She wants to keep play in the middle. She's more than prepared, this Northern Ontario team, to go the extra end.
Yes! Whoa! Yes! Whoa! Yes! Yep, hard! Whoa, whoa! Yes, hard!
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sit.
That was my first thought.
You just want to play this right now.
They put a tight guard. We're kind of screwed.
Well, no.
Yeah.
What about a little hit and roll in front of it? Can't guard both.
What if we just froze on?
Yeah, you can play the nose right now. Want to call timeout?
Big fan of this. Come down and discuss it. This is a
Or you
huge
can play a little flop.
shot.
You can still guard that.
New Brunswick does have one more timeout.
Yeah, this is not horrible.
No, they'll still guard it.
Yeah. What if you froze right here?
No.
Okay. Then this. You like that?
The hit and flop? Yeah.
Or we can call it time if you want to.
Yeah. I can play, we can.
No?
No. We can play the hit and flop.
Yeah.
We're just taking our chance if they guard it perfect, like.
Yeah. It's just, if we go here, I feel like they're going to do this.
Yeah. They'd have to guard this one, I guess, because they'd want to guard the double.
Yeah. So just a little flop.
Yeah.
So a number of options.
board
One of them is that you play
Board
this
weight,
come
you said,
around, because if you go here, what you know that you have is a double off these two. And you know they may chase. The shot that Sylvie called was this. She wanted to come in there. You heard Andrea very unequivocally say she was not on board for that because if Krista McCarville throws a guard, Andrea does not want to have to draw to the hearts for a single. So this is about removing one, trying to roll right on top so it kind of gets to what Sylvie was saying, but then there's only one other stone in play.
Yes, yes, you gotta go.
Yep, gotta go. Hard.
Whoa. Hard, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay down. Stay down.
Whoa.
Weight's coming on.
Yeah.
Hard.
And Katie forward, right out of her hand, has been on this stone.
Roll it.
Little flip in front.
Good call.
Nice go, Sylvie.
A hair more of a roll. Would have been great. Yeah.
Time now for the game story, brought to you by Tim Hortons, proudly serving Canada's favorite coffee.
Well, the only twos on the board belong to Northern Ontario, but the steals, that has been the story for New Brunswick in 7 and 8. We've seen some wonderful shot making last end, both teams giving each other opportunities. These guys always go head to head and go extra ends. It's usually been Krista McCarville that wins.
And right now on the comparisons, you see Andrea Kelly, the plus, 82%, edging out Krista McCarville at least for now. 4 rocks to come here in 10.
A little solid.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Rolling out. That's fine. Good.
Decision time.
Threw it good. Yeah, it was good.
Time. Yeah, it's ball time.
And they'll use their second timeout.
Yeah.
Well, there is that quarter to use out there, Kathy.
I love it.
She's probably coming in.
Right? Butt guarding, yeah.
Or she's coming here.
Yeah. And then we hit for one. I think we go for it. I think we draw. Yeah. Do we like this ever?
I don't hate that. I mean, my feedback was hitting roll, honestly.
Yeah. That was my first thought.
You
Yeah.
draw here, then well, she goes short. You have a double.
Well,
So we're making a double. Or you
if she's out of the rings, it's harder. Even a freeze here, though, she could be guarding it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
She would be.
That.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my least
She would be. Yeah.
So it's whatever you're feeling. So your hit and roll rolls behind the tee line over here.
Yeah, and then she draws on top.
Down to you, and she rubs off, and you have a little tap for two.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the hit and roll, it's a long roll. It's easier to draw there, but we have to take that away. Yeah. Because if we go there, she's.
Realistic chance of deuce, actually.
Okay. We just saw it.
And then it leaves you a whole open rings for your
Yeah.
last one.
Okay. Okay. Like a 10 right there.
Okay.
Like you're.
I don't mind going
You were
yet.
just like a little soft on it.
I didn't throw this turn.
What was your first one? What was your first one?
Oh, here.
Yeah, the double.
Yeah. I was just.
You like that with a 10?
Yeah.
Way.
They talked about this, but their concern is depending on where Krista McCarville goes, they're going to have to make a double or a tougher shot. So they're trying to do everything in one. So remove this stone and roll the shooter here. That was the decision. Jill's other option was to come down on top and freeze. But then Krista McCarville still guards that stone and you're chasing.
You want last or?
No.
Okay.
No.
10-5.
I threw one here. It came up really nice. Yeah. Show it to the broom.
They're up. 11.
Close.
Roll soft.
Close.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Andrea Kelly
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
and her first here in 10. Wanted the roll and a nose hit.
Little,
I guess we could.
because she can't roll out, right?
So Northern Ontario using a timeout.
Throw. It was 10.
And it looks like we are destined for an extra end
Clean throw.
here on this Monday morning.
And the timeout was not about a discussion. It was to stop the clock with 1 minute left. Wants to make sure that Krista has time to throw.
Let's give her a different hit anyways.
She would just draw anywhere.
I think they came down to the wire last night, if I'm not
They
mistaken.
did. I think she had about 7 seconds left.
Which I don't mind.
Yeah. What kind of weight?
I get asked this all the time. You don't lose the game when you run out of time. You just can't throw any more stones.
That's right, and
which
your
is-
opponents do get to
yes,
throw.
So it's pretty tough. Has
Good
to make
10.
this
Yep.
yellow go away.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Looks like yes. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Yes.
Playing hard for the roll. They'd like Andrea to have to draw.
Whoa. Nice shot.
And mission accomplished. A great roll, back 12. And yeah, the broom down for the draw.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought that was.
And that is what Andrea Kelly was hoping to do.
Really nice still.
So
I
it
think
will
the
be
team's
the
probably
outturn
20, yeah.
draw for a single. And that will force
This is a good
extras.
spot, I think. It is. Yeah, it's a good path.
Just needs to bite the 8.
Similar to all my other draws, eh?
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
This spot's up to speed still. This will slide nicer though.
Yeah. Their guards were 15-5.
Yeah.
Andra's were 14-7.
Okay.
That would have gone in.
Just getting that
Let's pin it.
little bit of extra information for a big shot as she settles in.
And it wasn't only that the draws are the same. They gave her specific data of numbers, and that just reinforces for Andrea what she needs to throw. Some good numbers on draws today.
It's a force, an extra end. Final stone in 10. Andrea Kelly.
It's starting to curl.
Nothing to it yet.
Yeah, still got plenty.
as this needs to stop and slow down, and it will. Catch back 8. As we have a 6-6 tie. Don't go anywhere. Extra Ed coming up as we step aside from the Sandman Center in downtown Kamloops.
The 2023 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, Here's How. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Just one game remains here on this Monday morning here at the Sandman Center in Kamloops in a 6-6 tie. Northern Ontario, New Brunswick. As Andrea Kelly able to make that draw for the single. So here in 11, throwing the Red Rocks, it is Krista McCarville with hammer.
Do you want to nose it? Yeah, nose?
Oh, you're not even. Okay.
Well, these are two of the finest rock throwers in the game, and they both spend hours and hours, and in between breaks, having that conversation. And this is what this sport is that many other sports aren't. You have made a huge commitment. Both of these teams want to win and need to win in these pools, and still, it's not about beating each other. It's about winning the game of sport that you train to play.
Line straight. Easy. Whoa. For line. Easy for line. Oh. Gotta curl. Curl. Good.
Sarah, spoon point me.
14-7.
I thought that had tighter lines.
I thought so too.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the things as we watch these teams, when Andrea decided after last year that she wanted to get that much better, she reached out to Krista McCarville as a team that doesn't travel that much to pick her brain on what could she do, how could they do it, and in how many sports do you have Peyton Manning calling Tom Brady to say, what would you call on this play? This is so unique to the sport, and there's not every skip that would have given the information about how you can become better and maybe beat me.
I laugh. That was like when Tiger Woods was injured and he was helping Justin Thomas and doing chipping drills, and then JT's like, hey, Tiger, you want to do these drills again before Augusta? He goes, absolutely not, because Tiger was playing again. But no, it just speaks to Kathy, why I love this game so much is the competitors, the people, the personalities. Yes. It's a joy to cover this game each and every year for that reason.
Yep.
Hard, pull it out of it.
Hard.
Come on the shooter, Kendall.
Ashley Sipola
Nice
gets
shot.
all the yellows going. My goodness, a magician. That's how you clean things up for your skip.
That is a great shot. Yeah, you smile.
Finally, you don't want to play that.
She was just waiting for the extra end, right? There you go.
Well,
what a
that
shot.
is critical. 3 of them, all of it gone.
Jiggle them a little bit. I don't even mind a straight freeze right now. Okay.
Not much more, Jill.
Yeah.
Did you get a 20?
Where?
Well, some great numbers for Jill.
Lots of line. Lots of line. You're wide. Yeah, you're wide though. You're too wide right now. 5. No. It's gotta be always Sylvie.
Okay. Weight's great.
Yeah, go Sylvie. Go. Hard, go.
And the reason they're not throwing a guard is they feel that the odds of the Northern Ontario team flashing or nosing a guard aren't that great. We're trying to get into that mix so that removal of it might move those Redstones back a little bit. They don't want them gone. They'd actually like them to be in the house.
Well, don't we push that?
Don't we just pick it?
We can, but we could probably get rid of a few.
Well, I like just kind of.
Well, I think if you shoot the out, right?
Yeah, I don't want to play this cute.
Okay, let's just pick it then.
Yeah.
Well, if you get one of them, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to get this one then.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I'd like to get my shooter gone.
Let's pick it.
Right? Heel still.
Let's not overcomplicate this, guys. Pick it.
I agree. There's a lot of conversation going up and down. I feel that when Krista puts down the broom, and what Chris is saying is that we can get rid of the yellow one, but we can also get rid of one of the red ones. The less rocks in play, the better for Northern Ontario.
And this is getting close to the nose here, Kathy. And they'll rip it, and a red as well. So 2 in the house still for Krista McCarville.
Shoot. Yep. Just across center there.
Okay.
Wait, hasn't changed. Yeah.
See the Scotties ring on Sylvie's hand. They will have emeralds in them. That is from the bronze medal last year. It's something they're very proud of.
It's running now. Running nice.
Still just a 2.
Okay, 2, 3. Okay, Jill. Go, Jill. Yep, go, Jill. Hard if you can. Yep. Cross center if you can. Great sweeping. Good judge. Nice guard.
And pretty clear. Broom down. No hesitation this time. Rip the yellow.
Bet. You can see now that the stones have been moved. Andrea is thinking if we can get a guard up, we'll be able to play a hit and roll behind on our final.
Okay, you're good. Throw. Throw, Kendra. Yeah, or we could freeze right on it again.
Yeah, or freeze. One of the 2.
I like the guard.
Nose, freeze.
I think you guard. That's, that rock is kind of a guard for us right now.
It was a special day yesterday, the first Sunday of the Scotties Sandra Schmerler Day, the telethon, raising money for babies in crisis, and wow.
Oh, wow.
$851,000 plus raised yesterday to helping neonatal care right across Canada. And just a reminder, you can donate all year long just because the telethon is over. The website, the QR code you can scan, socials. Helping champions start small, as we lost Sandra Schmerler way too soon to cancer. 3-time Scotties champ, 3-time world champ, Olympic gold medalist. So thank you for all that you've done in supporting a wonderful cause.
Catch that, it's great.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the one for sure, eh?
Yeah.
And again, Krista not only trying to remove the New Brunswick stone, trying to make another one of their own go away. Anything in play helps New Brunswick. Well, that is not positive news for Northern Ontario about the steals in the last 2 games.
Go, Ash, on the shooter. Red. Hard. Good girl.
Just trying to keep things as clean as possible for Krista McCarville.
Just caught it a little bit too thick, a little thinner, and that one that Ashley's sweeping up top would have gone out of play, leaving just 1 stone in play.
Short's not the end of the world. This was an 06. Yeah. Top 4. Okay.
So corner freezing.
Just freezing onto it or bumping a bit?
We are freezing, but yeah, I'm looking at that too, Kate. We should just bump it back a little bit. She just plays a double on them. I like this.
Okay.
Just
So
freeze.
just a freeze.
Yeah.
Top 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right on the corner.
Okay, am I the same as this way? Same, or a little bit, it's a little bit slower.
Yeah, but this was back here. So
Yeah. You want
we're
the same
thinking-
weight?
yeah,
Similar.
We haven't played on this way yet, but I think it should be close.
Okay.
I think it's pretty close. Close for line. Close for line, Kate.
7, 8 right
Roll
now.
down,
Jill's
Jill.
rock.
Whoa.
Jill's rock.
Let it work.
Jill's rock. 8.
Northern
Yeah,
Ontario
go, Jill.
back
Go,
on the
Jill.
ice
Jill, go.
tonight versus Wildcard 3.
Whoa. Yep.
And New Brunswick will play tomorrow morning against Wildcard 2. Next action for both teams.
Okay, good. No, that wasn't good. We lost the angle. Yeah, we needed to not be curving it.
I think she was trying to call us on for all the times we were like, you should call us on. I know.
Fully off the line has gone. You moved it at a good spot.
8.5. Okay.
Do you want to pick ours or no?
Probably not, because we're still
think
above
not
T.
too, yeah,
I
right?
guess, yeah, or T.
I guess, yeah, because if she's frozen to it, you would be able to blast because it would be open. Okay. Yeah. I like
So the straight pick, Andrea will be thinking about how to make that stone just a little bit better on her next.
Whoa. Yep. Little easy.
Yep.
Krista McCarville with her first here in 11.
Go, 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 go. Watch the shooter. Watch the shooter.
And spills both and will lie to.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. Different spot for Tracy.
Yeah, it is. You change the turn, you change the side.
But the nice thing for Northern Ontario is that red stone top 12, that if you just blast everything, you don't have to worry about your shooter. You got your win point right there. Top 12 in your screen.
So 4.
And these shots, Kathy, you can speak to it. So difficult.
I think that's all.
They are. It has to be so precise. And for Krista, you're right. She's got
I
a
think once it hits center, it's
bit of a saver in there.
Just give it a chance,
top
right?
4 weight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just welded on. Same weight? Yeah.
Yeah, I think similar is close.
You just want Krista to have to throw her last rock. So even if it's not perfect.
7.
I think that's more.
Yeah, I got hot.
8 right now.
Stay close.
Okay.
We might have to
Wait.
Might have to
Stay
curl it.
close. 9.
We're hot.
9.
Okay. Yeah, we're big.
Yeah, you're not close.
That's
It's
just too much.
It's just running.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this might be handshakes, as it will slide right through for Andrea Kelly. And a good battle won by the silver medalist from last year in Thunder Bay, Krista McCarville, with a huge win in pool play on this Monday morning.
And that is 5 in a row for Krista McCarville over Andrea Kelly. She has her number.
I'm 90 years old now. This is a battle. This is a battle.
Oh, that felt like a century.
Yeah. Well, I said it feels like 9 o'clock at night.
Well, they'll take the win no matter what time it is as we check the standings. So one undefeated team left. It's Carrie Anderson in Pool A. Of course, you saw our feature game to start this morning. Christina Black improving to 3-1 as both pools were actually in action on this Monday morning. Top 3 from each side will qualify for the playoffs, and McCarville helping her case, improving to 3-1 in Pool B. What a beauty this afternoon. Jennifer Jones, 6-time Scotties champion. Rachel Homan, 3-time champion. That is next later on this afternoon at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 local time right here on TSN. We can't wait for that one.
9. We're through.
Back 4.
Hope you're enjoying your holiday Monday wherever you are right across Canada, and thank you for making us part of your Monday as well as the action continues. The Scotties Tournament of Hearts right here in Kamloops, BC. The first time the city has hosted this championship. In the meantime, we'll step aside and see you later on this afternoon.